I was going to say, you were muted. So was I.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ravencast. It's going to be a great show tonight. Hopefully, everyone is doing well tonight on this Thursday night. We got lots to get into. We're going to be covering a lot of gaming and drama news today. We get to cover Nintendo Femboy defending and raging off about Nintendo and basically meat riding Nintendo. And oh my gosh, seeing that thumbnail of the video we're reacting to just makes me just want to jump off of a trampoline within like 100,000 feet, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't like
Rose in the background. Oh. I see him gaming over there.
There we go. Okay. Yes. Thank you for telling me that. Which he doesn't really care, but I flipped the camera because I'm sure y'all just want to see that. All right, so now with that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get into that first topic. But before we do, I see Ragnar in the chat. What is up, Ragnar? Hopefully you are doing well tonight. And make sure you guys hit the like button if you guys are new here. Subscribe to the channel, and we're going to get right into it. But first, we're going to catch up with the panel. Torn, how have you been since yesterday, since one day?
Okay, I guess. Not terrible.
What about you?
I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm happy about that.
That's good. So that means you probably, be on here a little longer. What about you? Well, it's up to you. But what about you, Jim?
Hey, right.
How have you been?
I timed that just right.
The profile picture's funny.
Yeah, the double cupped bull. Yeah, double quarter pounder. Yeah. Anyways, so basically, I timed that perfectly. I went down, got some applesauce for my what ails me, and I filled the water thing, and now I'm back. I'm ready to get into this shit.
Yes, sir. I'm ready to get into it too. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. And just so y'all know, I'm actually doing kind of well. I didn't really sleep much last night because I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule, so I woke up early yesterday, and that didn't mean shit because I still had energy. By the way, Jimmy, I'm hearing a lot of background.
No, that was me. Sorry. I just got back.
All right. Anyways, I'm trying to do my monologue. So I was basically, trying to fix my sleep schedule, and it didn't even work out. So I'm just all over the place right now. But other than that, I'm doing good. Can't wait to get into the Nintendo fanboy bullshit. That's our featured story tonight. So our featured story for tonight is Nintendo fanboy is big mad over Nintendo negativity. He's basically crying about negativity, saying, "Oh, why are you being negative on Nintendo?" Just because you criticize Nintendo, it doesn't mean it's negative. You can literally, that's the thing. Even though I don't like the direction Nintendo as a company is going, I still enjoy Mario games time to time. In fact, I still watch Mario gameplay. So just because you criticize Nintendo, it doesn't mean you just hate everything they do. In fact, even though I criticize them a lot, I gave them credit for the whole Mario Galaxy movie. So it's that's the thing. It's just based on personal belief. It's not about negativity. It's just about being consistent. When Nintendo is not on your personal belief and it's doing something that's against your personal belief, you call it out. If they do something right, you don't call it out. That's just how it is. And we're going to talk about this. I can't say the T word, so I'm going to say goon. We're going to watch this goon lecture us about this, which I'm going to go ahead and pull it up on the stream right now. But yeah, we get to watch this goon. I want to really say it with the T, but YouTube's going to be like, that's me.
I know you see the thumbnail. I know you see the title.
Oh, Scar of the Rage. Nice.
I shouldn't say very.
Yeah, that's the source we're using.
Many questions. And throughout this whole video that I've chopped up for you guys for content-wise, it's...
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie. I don't even want to give that goon I don't want to give that goon viewers at all or views at all. Sorry, I don't. And not only that, but I don't want that on my YouTube history that I watched some goon crying about Nintendo negativity.
It's an interesting video. I like originally I was on Salty Sunday about to do this video, but the guy's takes were just so bad, and the way he acts in this video, it's just like
I have with the nail.
He needs to be in a mental asylum. Literally, this is like mental illness. Like people say, I have not fallen off that hard. I am not wearing no dresses or doing that shit, or even like I can understand. I can still understand that. Hey, people are gonna criticize stuff you like. It's just it is what it is. Like, so what? We criticize Nintendo. It doesn't even mean that. In fact, you could take criticism with a positive gesture because, oh my gosh, you actually know. Because criticism, sometimes it tells you how to make it better. And if you listen to the criticism, it helps you positively in the long run. So if anything, criticism can actually be positive. Not all criticism is negative.
To make a video out of this. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like even chat with me on Salty Sunday, they even agree with me like you need to make a video of this. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like,
and I'm making a stream on this because this is absolutely ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous.
The way the dude's acting, you got to make a video on this. So you may be asking, Gar, why did you save this for a video and not just react to it on stream? Just get it out of your way. Well, let me explain this to you real quickly, because throughout this whole 27-minute video that he did, he goes through and tries to justify every single Switch 2 exclusive.
That's how you know you're drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, you're not even just liking a game, you're just sucking up the game and being a follower because you don't like. That's the thing. It's good to like a game, right? It's good to like a game, but it's not good to just agree with every single thing, even if you like something, right? Because that's the thing. I like Wizard 101, but I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with everything they've been doing. In fact, I don't even agree with the direction they're going. I could say that as a guy that enjoys the Wizard 101 storyline. I can say, hey, I don't like certain things the company is doing, but still like the game, and enjoy the game. Just because you criticize a video game, it doesn't mean you hate the video game. It's just, hey, some things could be better. And yeah, we know video games are not perfect, but criticism helps make video games better, especially because that's the thing. Without the audience, you don't have a video game. Without the consumers like us giving you feedback, you literally have no video game. So you might as well listen to our feedback. And that's the thing. Developers, they don't have to agree with our feedback. That's another thing. The developers don't have to agree with our feedback, even though I think a lot of them should, because a lot of us know what we talk about Nintendo specifically. But still, point stands. Like, the developers don't even have to agree with us. Like, just because we criticize and we say, hey, something needs to be changed, or hey, this sucks, it doesn't mean the developers have to listen to our criticism or our change or any of that.
And I sat there while editing and chopping this video up, and I thought to myself, oh my God, Nintendo fanboys have reached a new bottom. Not for the fact that he radiates femboy energy over here. He's spending too much money in.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. You're just as bad as Fratanga. Y'all don't get to the point fast enough for me, so I do have to skip.
Return to make you happy and make you a continuous customer. That's the fucking problem.
All right, so I want to talk about the Switch 2 and kind of what is going on with the Switch 2 right now and the games Nintendo is releasing this year, and kind of people being negative about it. People not really liking what
the negativity. Why we need more positivity, because the negativity bothers me. I was actually banned from a Discord server for being quote unquote too negative once.
Me too. It's just weird. It's like, bro, why
These left-wing retards want a safe hug box. They don't want any criticism. They don't want any negativity.
They literally think any form of criticism is negative. It's like, no. Not all criticism is negative. Even it may be like,
and even if criticism is negative, that's no reason to get your panties in a bunch over it. Because sometimes negative criticism can be constructive.
Yeah, it could be constructive, and that's the thing. If you don't agree with the negative criticism, just say, "Hey, I don't agree with this criticism," and move on. You don't have to be like, "This is negative. This hurts my feelings that you criticize me." It's like, don't take the criticism then. Just say, hey, you know what? I disagree with your criticism. Sorry. Like, why do people not go with that? Because that's
Does
the
this
thing.
person even shower? It looks like they either have too much hair gel or their hair's
Also,
really
why the fuck?
greasy.
Why are they wearing a doggy collar?
Because they're a femboy.
I know, but I just, oh my god, like seeing this,
And they're
like,
clearly someone's property.
I'm not gonna lie, I have not seen this till like literally a year ago. Like I've never seen someone people wearing doggy collars until like a year ago. All of a sudden,
I mean, I see them every now and then. It's usually a twink thing, but
yeah,
also
usually,
goths wear collars too. But
yeah, no, like I've seen it with goths first, and then in like the last year, I just see dudes like this wear it, and I'm like, okay, this is hurting my eyes. This is just, oh my. We'll move on because this is hurting my eyes just seeing that. Like, it's just, how can you be a man wearing a doggy collar basically saying, hey, I'm not a male, I'm someone's bitch? Y'all need to grow the fuck up.
Is doing right now.
Gen Z and their trauma bragging. Can't you just stuff it down, turn it into accomplishment or cancer like the rest of us?
Deadpool.
Yeah,
With the truth.
that is the shit. It's like, come on, y'all keep whining about shit. It's like, whining about shit's not going to solve it. Actually doing something about it and making a change is, and that's the thing. That's why we criticize to try to make a change. And if they don't listen to us, we move on and we give more criticisms until we find one that sticks. Because that's the thing. It's like that's our job as the consumers. Consumers and people that play the game, a lot of companies take feedback seriously, positive and negative. So it's like you can't just say, oh, you're criticizing a company. That's negative. That's nasty talk. It's like that's how companies make video games better, bro.
Oh, that's funny. I just realized something. Apparently, the word "butt" is blocked by YouTube chat. BUTT is blocked by YouTube chat. What? That's so retarded. I mean, we can see it on this end, but it's like not showing up in the YouTube chat.
Oh yeah, YouTube's. By the way, just let you. I keep telling y'all that, which that's the thing. I see in the StreamYard end, so like I'll still show everything. In fact, here.
Yeah, butts.
I already see a gremlin, and his name is Jim. Damn, chat just called you a gremlin. How do you feel about that one, Jim? Be lurking, still farming Warframe, but listens. That's good. I'm glad you're listening. Good for you. All right. Now we'll go back to covering this fucking stupid. I already know I'm gonna want to die after this.
I think they only meant the word "but" with one T, but.
All right, I don't care. I don't care. Okay,
that's funny.
Okay, yeah, that's just brain rot. Anyways,
And Nintendo, they're being mean to Nintendo. How dare they have their own opinions and values and how they feel about
Nintendo's a $1 billion company. How does us, quote unquote, being mean to Nintendo affect them in any single way? Even if people were saying negative shit, they already have billions of dollars and they sell like crazy. They have Nintendo drones like you to depend on. Why do they need us? Like they literally, and that's what's happening too. So Nintendo's literally appealing to you idiots, chasing all of us away from your community. So it's like, what's the big problem? Us not liking Nintendo for picking you guys over us. In fact, doesn't that benefit you guys? Nintendo listens to you negativity people over actual gamers. By the way, I hear background.
That's me. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Nintendo.
I don't know if stream can hear as bad, but it's just I hear it on my headphones.
Doing with the IPs that they have, when like, dude, grow the fuck up. Like, seriously, if you're going on Twitter and to YouTube seeing everybody's opinions, yeah, welcome to the fucking internet, dude.
Yeah, it's the internet. Anyone can log in and type their opinion. That's the thing. There are a lot of opinions on the internet I just find stupid. Like, I don't agree with that fucking Femboys opinion about, oh, you guys are being too negative to Nintendo. But am I going to be like, oh, you need to be censored and all that? No. I just think you're a stupid dummy. I think you're just a dumbass. I think you're just a retard.
This isn't just something normal that happens every single day.
It's literally normal every single day. In fact, people criticize me when I tell the fucking truth about a lot of different things, about commentary YouTubers, about political figures, game developers, Nintendo, you name it. I'd be telling the truth. I'd be right. And motherfuckers, some people from my audience or even people outside, like everyone's saying I'm wrong until they find out I'm right. But still, it's like people say that I'm wrong, and yet, even though I'm not, but am I getting offended? No, I just sit back and wait for them to learn the truth. Because that's what you do. Like, if you're actually right about something and you know, like if you think Nintendo's just going to be around in 10 years and succeed still, then you just sit back and relax, but you're not. You're freaking out because you probably know deep down that Nintendo is on a decline, and to save their ass, you're going and coping and pretending they're on an uprising, that everyone's just being negative and trying to bring down Nintendo.
Everybody's got fucking opinions, just like how they have buttholes. So guess what? You shouldn't fucking take it seriously. Jeez with these people.
Saying that they're not releasing enough games, or the Switch 2 doesn't have any games, or there's no good games on the console, or no good.
How is that negative? That's just, oh my god, they're acting like we're calling Nintendo a bunch of cocks. See, my view of negativity is different from these people's negativity. My form of negativity is, hey Torin, you're a retard and you should, you know what? Or hey Jim, you look ugly, your face is ugly. Well, here, I could do it on Nintendo. Hey, all the games are shit, trash, boring, and they'll never be good, and Nintendo will be declining, and I'm happy. Haha, smoking a Nintendo pack. But no, but what he's saying is all the games not good, some enough games, the games could be better. How is that? That's a nice way of saying it. I'm more meaner on my streams than what he's saying. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Also, I hear typing.
Sorry.
Just mute whenever you're typing and not talking, like Jimmy.
Good first.
And it's not a big deal. Like, I'm not mad about it. It's just I just don't want someone in chat going, "Dear Diary, I'm hearing too much background noise on the Ravencast, and I just went straight into stuff." Like, I don't need all that. I don't need no Dear John letters from people. You know what's crazy? It's not even people that's in the Ravencast community. It'll be some random person I never even seen before. It's like, get the fuck off my channel, you fucking random complainer that I don't even know.
Parties by Nintendo.
I mean,
in fact, I don't even care about the typing. If these random complainers want to complain, I'll just fucking tell them to get the fuck out of here. Because no actual community member. No, you're good. You're good.
About something.
No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. I just thought about it. I don't even have to care about that random fucking chatter the other day.
I'll try to keep the typing down.
To be fair, compared to the Switch 1's first year, yeah, your guys'
or if you have to type, just mute real quick and then unmute. That's what I do.
Yeah, I know.
Games this year from Nintendo actually kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the majority of the games that Nintendo.
And don't worry, you're not the only one. That's out Dan all the time. But it's not a big deal.
Nintendo has been brought to you guys are just fucking remasters, or I should say, upgraded Switch 1 games.
And I kind of want to make this video to push back on that, because I think there's this inherent kind of negativity going on with really just gaming, but also just the world.
No shit, the world's negative. Grow up, bro. You're gonna have to deal with it. There's negative shit in my life all the time. And yeah, sometimes I complain about it, but at the same time, I deal with it. You can't deal. It seems like you can't deal with shit. That's the problem. You're like, everyone's just being negative. It's like, roll with the program. In fact, you're probably not even religious. So it's like, you can't. These non-religious people want to cry about, oh, negativity. No, that's like, you don't even have. And that's the thing. Even if you're not religious, you can still have positivity in your life. Like, I don't know, just watching positive TV shows, playing video games, all that. All you people do is just go on the internet and complain and complain and complain. In fact, you guys are more the negative people than us, because we're just giving you honest criticism, and you turn that into negativity. You don't take it in a positive light. And that is kind of your fault, because you guys are the ones making it negative. You guys are the ones making it shitty for everybody. You guys are the ones making it shitty for all of us.
An actual idea that came from that pocket of air between your ears?
Well, Albert Einstein, let's just figure this one out. Let's break the equation down real quickly. The reason why so much negativity is going around right now is because the world has absolutely lost its fucking mind.
Let's be real. The world is actually, and that's the thing. Yes, the world's lost its mind and all that, and everyone's losing their mind. But let's be real. It was more negative in the 16, 15, like Roman times, because all they did was just cut people's heads off all day. So it's like, is there really people? And I don't know, some countries it's happening, but it's not happening here. It's not happening where me and this some leftist live in America. It's not happening here. So I don't know why this leftist is acting like that's another thing. There are so much other negative shit to cry about. Yet you're crying about people criticizing video games. There are literally people in other countries, in Nigeria, Gaza, and these other places in the world that have to walk around and wonder if a missile or bomb's going to drop on their head or if someone's going to shoot them. And yet they still have a smile on their face, and they actually, tell people to be positive, be humble, don't take everything seriously. In fact, they're the most humblest people. They'll talk about any other topic. These people that I've met from Gaza and Nigeria are way more humble than these people in America that have it all. And I just don't get it.
We are literally going in the repeated cycle, literally just back from the early 2000s. We're at war yet again with a certain country that I don't want to mention right now because YouTube's going to demonetize the shit out of me. And secondly, Nintendo over here, among the other gaming industry, are trying to screw us out of even more money out of our own pockets.
They're basically half-assing shit and overcharging shit and basically selling us slop, and you just want to just go with it. Oh, let them sell slop. Buy the slop. If you don't buy the slop and you complain about the slop, you're being negative. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's the thing. Me, Torin, Jim, all three of us on this stream, we are actually old Nintendo fans. We actually grew up with Nintendo. I grew up with the Wii. Torin grew up with whatever console was around in his time. Same with Jim because they're older than I am. But still, it's wait, what Nintendo consoles did y'all grow up with? Torin?
Oh, I grew up with Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo. Nice. What about you, Jim? Same thing?
I grew up with let's see here. It's basically the same thing, Super Nintendo.
Are you in a church right now?
No.
Well, then turn off
No.
whatever you're doing or mute it. I don't care which. It's very distracting.
It sounds like he's in a church. It sounds like he's in a chorus class. I mean, I'm glad he's muted and not letting me hear all that because that's the thing. Yes, I love the church and all that, but we're not in church right now.
You see the problem that's happening here? Do you see why a lot of people are basically negative about stuff that's going on right now? Because there's barely any.
Well, whoever's talking, see, of course shitters are coming in. Sorry, Nintendo fan. I do know what I'm talking about. I'm actually an old Nintendo fan. Thank you very much. ZX Slayer 0314, you fucking retard.
Anything positive happening in the world right now. Like, it is like very difficult to even talk about something positive.
Imagine coming here defending an Nintendo femboy. What a joke. Looks like all these femboys are going to be coming in the chat, so make sure you guys hit the like button, and even you femboys, you can't see the dislike button, so you might as well just hit the like button and pretend it's a dislike button.
Positive happening in the world when the negativity is pressuring on you at every single.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't defend the bum part because his haircut kind of does look a little bummy, and the beard kind of does look a little shitty. I do gotta shave and do a shape up, so I'll give you a W on that one. But defending the femboy part, nah, I can't give you a W on that. But the bum part, maybe. But I do know what to talk about regarding the whole Nintendo thing, because that's the thing. I've been around. I've played the old Pokemon games. Like, I literally grew up with the Wii console, so I know everything with, like, the Super Marios and the prices and all that. In fact, I've literally been covering the Power World versus Nintendo lawsuit for like an entire year, covering bit by bit, patent by patent. In fact, my prediction ended up coming correct. Nintendo ended up losing all of its patents, and they have not won a single patent yet. So you could take the Triton doesn't know anything and shove it up your asshole.
Moment.
That I just want to address because I think it's so unfounded. Like, so unfounded.
Unfounded? Have you not been paying attention to the gaming industry lately? Do you not?
Exactly. Like, y'all want to say like it's unfounded. Oh, all these claims against Nintendo's unfounded. Are you guys not paying attention to the gaming industry? Are you not paying attention to the slop that they're pushing out and overpricing? Are you guys not paying attention? Hello? Pokemon Legends ZA, overpriced, game sucked. Removed a lot of good features that the old Pokemon games had. Hello?
See, console prices are going up. Video games prices are going up.
Yes, and they're going up, and the qualities. You see, the video game prices are going up, and the quality is going down.
Everything is going up.
He's not wrong. Everything is literally going up. Everything is going up. Quality is going down. The quality is going down. It's getting more lazier, more sloppy. The graphics are not even getting better. The graphics are even getting a little worse. And the prices are just going up. Like, it's just like that's the thing. Quality and price should be up together. It shouldn't be, quality's going down while the price is going up. It's like, y'all really want to pay for a shitty game, overpriced shitty game? Like, y'all really want to pay $80, $80 for a shitty game? Y'all really want to pay like $200 for a shitty Switch that has shitty games that you guys can't even enjoy?
Fucking breathe.
Because that's the thing. If you've played the old Super Mario games and you've played the old Pokemon games, you guys literally would understand, like, hey, this shit's way more better than what is being brought in today.
After fucking having a long days of work is a fucking price within itself. Do you understand shit's getting worse by the fucking minute, and every time that you fucking walk, breathe, or anything, it's probably going to cost you in the long run? Like, do you not, like, pay attention to shit at all?
And I really just want...
It seems like this little shit... It seems... Pokemon isn't Nintendo, it's Pokemon. Nintendo still owns a portion of it, and Nintendo makes the decisions on it. Duh! Wait. If Pokemon and Nintendo were separate, why is Nintendo the one suing Pocket Pair over patents relating to Pokemon? That doesn't make sense, does it, huh? See, this is the problem. People that don't know what they're talking about coming in and saying, you were wrong. You're wrong, Triton. It's like you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know that Nintendo owns a part of Pokemon, you fucking idiot. You're just a nicotine addict. This is not even nicotine, you idiot. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking random shitter.
I want to shed light on it.
When I prove your point wrong, you're just going to insults because you know I'm right. You know I'm telling the truth on this. So, yeah. You can insult me all you want, but you know I'm fucking right. Nintendo literally is suing Pocket Pair over the patents.
That's because
Nintendo owns Pokemon. And I know the other company owns Pokemon too, but Nintendo owns part of it, and that's why Nintendo's the one filing the lawsuits against Pocket Pair. And in fact, Nintendo is literally brought the Pokemon Legends ZA and a lot of these Pokemon slop games on their fucking Switch consoles, on the Switch 2 and shit. And they're literally, like, you just don't know what you're fucking talking about.
I don't think things are as bad as we think.
You really are God's perfect idiot, aren't you?
I could see a coddled child from 1,000 miles away, and you are a coddled child.
When it comes to, Nintendo, everyone, if you go to Twitter, these social media places, anywhere, man, anywhere, any forum, YouTube, especially, that's another big one. People are just so negative. Nintendo isn't releasing enough games right now. They're not proving.
Oh my God. The negativity shit. Oh, you saying Nintendo's not releasing enough good games right now? Oh, that's negative. That's negative. It's like, Get the fuck out of here with that negativity shit. Like, come up with a better argument. Like, if you're going to counter the criticism, how about you actually tell us all the good... Oh, wait, you can't. You can't tell us all the good Nintendo games that have been made in 2026. By the way, hey, shitter in chat, random person in chat, give me 5 good Nintendo games that Nintendo has released on the Switch. Give me 5 good games that have been made in 2026 that is good. That's on the Switch, exclusively on the Switch and Switch only. And see if you can tell me 5. Because I bet you can't. But hey, I'll let you, you know what? Instead of banning you, I'm going to let you defend yourself. Tell me 5 good games on the Switch that was made in 2026. And I'll be patient.
That the Switch 2 is worth upgrading to, all this stuff, right?
Oh, cry me a river.
Cry me a river. You guys are complaining about Nintendo not releasing enough video games. You could literally list good video games that they released. Oh, wait, you can't. And you're going to cry about us complaining about it because you know it's true. And instead of doing something about it, you just want to cry at the complainers. It's like you can't cry at the complainers for complaining about something that's true. There hasn't been many good games Nintendo has released this year. The only thing that was good this year of Nintendo was the fucking Mario Galaxy movie. Not even a video game, a movie. A fucking movie. And then they did like a one good story add-on on an old video game. But no new games have been coming out. Pokemon Legends ZA was trash, so you can't even say that one. Let me see if my good friends come up with a list. I'm just trolling you guys, giving y'all content. No, you're good. You're good. Keep up the good work, boys. You're good. In fact, you kind of rage bait a little bit. But hey, that's good. In fact, that's what I do. Like, it's not anything personal, I do it back. You come in and troll around. I give into it a little bit by raging out, but I'm not actually mad about it because I was just, playing a character. Like, we all play a character when we're on the air, so I know you're trolling. I know you're good. In fact, I'm not banning you, so you keep going if you want to keep trolling. Yeah, all love, exactly. All love, man. Not personal.
Hey, Triton. There was two good games. One was a remake from the Nintendo Wii U, and the other one was for the Switch 1. That was Legends Arceus and Xenoblade Chronicles X. It's basically the X thing. But I want to be dead ass with you right now is that third party is what's actually carrying the system because third games are actually
that's the thing. I want someone to name 5 video games that has nothing to do with third party. That's why I said Switch exclusive. No third party, created by Nintendo. In fact, you can't even say Pokemon Legends ZA because I'm sure, because Pokemon Legends ZA was even created by third party. Nintendo doesn't really create games without third party anymore. And that's just a fact. Like, Jim, is there, am I wrong? Like, is there any, an original Nintendo exclusive video game that's come out this year that's actually good? That's not slop?
Well, I'd say that their mainstays are Zelda and Mario and
but the new Mario Kart game was a complete disaster because we even watched Fatanga's video on it and it was just not even because that's the thing. I've actually grew up with Mario Kart and seeing that new gameplay, it's like, what is that? Like, it's not even like they
even the Metroid was handled by Rare. Was it handled by no? What the old ones were handled by Rare. Or something like that. The new one was handled by some other company, though.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Yeah, none of that.
Yeah, it doesn't count. So, and the Donkey Kong one was handled by, I think, was it Nintendo or was it another second party company that did it? but like Game Freak is a second party company. So I'd say that Zelda and Mario games are the only thing that Nintendo legitimately has rights to that are handled in-house. So yeah, even Metroid is, and Star Fox, same with that one. It's handled in a separate thing.
Yeah, so you can't. But that's the thing. You can't name one game that was handled by Nintendo alone this year. So it's like,
I think it's just Donkey Kong. That's it.
yeah, Donkey Kong. That's it. But it's even, was it good or was it slop? Because they even heard the new Donkey Kong's a slop now.
It's so. It's not the best.
Yeah, so you can't even count it because it's not good. It's not like the old school. Because I've played old school Donkey Kong games, and then the new ones. It's just when I tried to play them on the Wii before I left my mom's, like it was just that entertaining.
They need to bring back the N64 type games. They need to.
They do, yes, they do. Those are the games I used to play on the Wii all the time, all night long, till like 5, 6 in the morning as a kid. I used to be on Super Mario, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong. Like I actually used to be a Nintendo drone myself, which I never went online and like defended everything they did. I just loved the video games. I played every single game that was on the Wii, and I actually loved it. The old Mario Galaxy games. I could literally tell you about all the times I've played. I can go on and on and on, but fortunately, that'll just take too much time. And that's the thing. We got a lot of news tonight. Because I'm not going to lie, this week has been an eventful news week. Literally, an eventful news week. We've got the Ubisoft stuff, Thomas Massey race, Daily Wire stuff. Like we got so much stuff to cover this week. We had the British Revolution. Like it's just a lot going on, a lot of content, and I'm glad that I'm cashing in on it by streaming. Well, let's continue.
Oh, cry me a river. Big fucking deal, dude. Everybody's got their own opinions. Like I said earlier.
Exactly. Everyone's got their own opinions. And that's the thing. Let's say this X67 guy wasn't trolling and he thought that I was wrong on something. I ain't going to ban him or even say, you're coming here with negativity. I'll just shit talk back because that's what you do. It's just like if someone's, and that's the thing. If you can't handle shit talk, just ignore it. I can actually handle like shit talk and negativity. Like I can handle it somewhat. So it's like that. That's why like I'm not going to get mad and complain about it. But that's the thing. If it gets to something where it gets to a point where I can't handle it, I just ignore the person because that's the thing. That's what you do. That's how you win. Crying about negativity and crying about it over and over and over again, especially crying about stupid stuff about criticisms on a video game company that's not even paying you. Like I would understand if you're getting paid for it, but you're not even getting paid. You're just some femboy that wants to cry about a negativity. Negative. You guys are negative. You guys are being negative to Nintendo. You guys saying the truth that Nintendo hasn't released a good video game on their own. That's negative. It's like, no, it's not, bro.
You're on fucking Twitter. The population.
You're literally on, exactly. You're literally on X. X is nothing but negativity. If you don't like negativity, delete X. X is literally nothing but like gore and shit now. Like X is the wild, wild west. It's becoming the new 4chan. You might as well just log off of there. Log off of like public social media sites. Go outside. Go touch grass. Like if you don't like negativity and you want to see the negativity in the world, then don't be on the internet because the internet, you see what's going on across the whole planet and a lot of it's not good. And if you don't want to see it, then just don't look for it. It's that simple. If you look for negativity, negativity will always come for you. If you don't look for negativity, it won't come for you. If you look for positivity, positivity will come for you. If you look for negativity, negativity comes for you. Like that's just how it is.
I'm gonna tell you my opinion, whether you like it or not.
And exactly, and that's the thing. Me and Torin disagree on stuff time to time. Same with me and Jim.
Yep.
In fact, me and Jim kind of had a little disagreement on the fucking Thomas Massey thing because, and that's the thing. Am I gonna say, hey Jim, you're being negative by disagreeing with me? Hey Torin, you're being negative by disagreeing with me? No, and they're not, and they're the same way. When I disagree with them, they're not saying, Triton, you're being negative. How dare you? No, they're just saying, hey, let's agree to, like, if we don't agree on something, we just say agree to disagree and move on. Why can't you? I don't ever see a leftist or any of these people, any of these negativities, too much people ever say, let's just agree to disagree. They never say that. They never go there. They never, ever even say that as an option. It's like agree to disagree is literally the most positive way you can exit a conversation, because you can't change the person's mind. And if it gets too much, just say, you know what, agree to disagree and move on, because that's the thing. It's not worth ending friendships or even people just fighting over if it's too much. If you guys won't agree on it, just agree to disagree and move on. But none of these negativities, too much people ever do that. They're just saying, oh, it's negative. It's negative. It's negative. You're being too negative. You're being a bigot. And you know what they say? They say, you're being a bigot, so you deserve to get hung. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought we were the negative ones. Why are you saying that? Like, these leftists are literally the most extremist people on the planet, but they want to cry when we just give good faith criticism. Like, it doesn't make sense. The double standard just doesn't make sense.
And you don't.
And I bet you that's the same kind of guy that celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. I bet you if we looked on that guy's Twitter and typed Charlie Kirk, he probably retweeted some bullshit. Because that's what all these leftists do. They cry about negativity, but then when someone on our side dies, they're like, oh, yeah, that's so good, ha, 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 and being negative about it and celebrating it and just being disgusting, evil pieces of shit.
Don't like flapjacks because you like
it's just such a double standard. And that's the thing. That's my job on here. I call it double standards, and that's a big, huge fucking double standard. You might as well just call me the double standard guy at this point. That's my new nickname, the double standard guy. Because that's all I talk about.
Wouldn't that imply you have double standards?
I mean, yeah, like if I have double standards, call me out on
it. No, I meant
pancake.
Wouldn't that make it sound like you have double standards yourself?
Wait, who? What?
You.
Yeah, I literally just said that. Call me out on it.
I know, but it means you're all about double standards when you phrase it like that. Standard guy.
No, I mean, I'm the double standard guy that calls out double standards.
Yeah.
That's what I now I am. Sorry, it's my retardism kicking in. It happens sometimes. That's why y'all watch the Ravencast, because I make good points, but then my retardism would just come in and kind of take the show a little way. But hey,
I was trying to tell you it makes you look in a negative light when you phrase it like that.
Well, not really. It's just people would just take me out of context, but then I could just say, hey, you're a retard that took me out of context. See, that's the thing. People like that's the thing. You can try to take me out of context. I literally have every single VOD up. So if you try to clip me out of context, go back to I literally go to the fucking VOD, go to the timestamp and show you the context.
There's a few that we had to remove due to issues.
Yeah, due to issues. I remember one time we removed because everyone. Yeah, well, that wasn't me. That was that fucking stupid YouTuber that hosted the whole Volcana versus 20 Epstein critic debates. And he can have my middle finger, that's the thing. I did well, I probably shouldn't have done the middle finger because I am trying to counter that. But still, you shouldn't have even strike me because I wasn't playing your content. I was doing commentary over it. Hopefully YouTube sides with me on it and I get that video back. And then y'all can watch it, whatever, which people probably won't watch it now because it's not even relevant now. But still, I know I would have gotten so many views back then because it was actually a big stream too, because it was a big, huge bash stream because it was a long format topic and a lot of people were giving a lot of feedback in the chat. People actually having fun with it. And then that's the stream that just gets copyrighted. The one stream where everybody in the fucking Discord was actually showing up for once. Even Nif showed up for a little bit. And that's the stream that gets taken down when everyone in the Ravencast likes to come together for once. Wow. That's how you know YouTube's just dumb.
Cancel this guy.
Which a lot of people, that's the thing. That was the one time nobody was busy. Literally, nobody was busy. Everyone was watching the stream. Everyone was basically coming together because no one was busy. And then YouTube's just no, we're going to ruin that moment. Ha, 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 ha.
You're on fucking Twitter, dude. Oh my god, just get the fuck off Twitter.
Just get the fuck off the internet in general and just watch TV. Like, you literally sound like a toddler right now. Oh, because that's the thing. Even if you want to be a positive guy, you still have to deal with some form of negativity. And that's the thing. It's not your fault either. Like, that's the thing. You can't control if you get negativity in your life or not sometimes. You just have to deal with it. But that's the thing. It's the way you take the negativity. If something negative happens in your life, you can react to it with a positive attitude, and it'll make it into a positive experience. If you react to it with a negative attitude, then it's going to be negative. It all depends on your attitude, and you're making this whole thing negative because you're taking our criticism on Nintendo as a negative attack on you personally, even though we didn't even know who the fuck you were until you spoke your mouth about it. That's another thing. Why are you getting mad at us talking about a video game when we're not even talking to you or talking about you? You're inserting yourself, getting mad over negativity that doesn't concern you. I understood. Like, look, if negativity concerns you, you have every right to complain about it, right? This negativity doesn't even concern you. So why are you even complaining about it? Like, why are you crying about it? It's like, you might as well just combat our point at that point instead of just crying about negativity, this, negativity, that. If it's that negative for you, then don't even engage with us. Don't even engage with the argument. Avoid the argument. Like, this is literally an avoidable. Like, you didn't even need to make this video. People wouldn't even be attacking you. I wouldn't even know who you were. I wouldn't even be calling you out if you haven't made this stupid video being a retard. And yeah, I know that's a little negative because you're being negative. You're literally crying about us being negative and you're being a retarded baby.
I just think
if you push out negativity in the world and act like a retarded baby, it's going to come right back to you. Like, if I'm out there spreading, like if I was out there just insulting people and all that, people insult me back, I deserve it because guess what? That's what I'm spreading. If I go and I be positive and I get kind words and then people are kind to me, I deserve it because I was kind. That's how the world works, buddy. You put out what you reciprocate is what you put out. What you get in return is what you put out. And you're getting negativity because you are inserting yourself and being a retard about Nintendo, saying, you guys are attacking them and being negative bigots for no reason. You guys are evil. You guys are people that are just stupid. Y'all don't deserve to be online. Nah. It's like, bro, you're the one inserting all this negativity. So, yeah, of course you're going to be negative to you because you're being negative to us, bro.
Are too negative.
And if I try to be positive to you, let's say I try to be positive, just say, hey, I bet you if I just said, hey, go read your Bible and go. If I literally just said that, hey, go read your Bible, he'll be like, you're being a bigot. You're being evil. It's like, even when you're positive, they'll still accuse you of being negative. Even when you're positive, they'll still accuse you of being negative. That's why I just call people like this retarded, because no matter what, you don't win regardless. You don't win if you have a smile on your face. You don't win if you're nice. You don't win if you're sincere. You don't win no matter what against these people. They complain no matter what. Literally, no matter what. People like this are wearing a doggy collar on their neck, complain about stupid shit no matter what.
As people, I don't know. I really don't think it's that bad. Like, I actually think Nintendo is doing very well right now. I think
that's the thing. I disagree. I don't think Nintendo's doing well because all they do is fucking put out slop, and they put out they haven't even had a original video game that was theirs besides Donkey Kong, and the video games they do that's original, like Donkey Kong, the new Donkey Kong, it's okay. It's not even as good as it used to be. So it's like, of course people are going to complain. And that's the thing. If you like the slop and you think it's not slop, then we can agree to disagree on it. Like, it doesn't have to be a whole, oh, you're being negative, you're being mean. It's like, hey, you think the game sucks. I enjoy the game. Okay, let's agree to disagree. And let's move on. Let's put out our talking points. Let's discuss about why the video games are shit, why I think the video games are shit, and why you think the video game is good. And then if we don't agree on it at the very end, shake hands, agree to disagree. That's literally what you should do. But yet, none of you people on the left do that. None of you guys in the woke video game left industry, you guys in the communities that complain about negativity and all that, none of you guys just say, hey, let's agree to disagree. You know why? Because y'all like arguments. Y'all like drama. This thrills you. Y'all love calling people negative because that's what you are. You guys are self-projecting. When you call us negative scumbags, you're literally talking about yourself.
Nintendo's knocking it.
And am I wrong, guys? Like, aren't they literally talking about themselves when they call us negative bigots? Judgmental freak. They literally judge us every single time we have an opinion.
The park.
Right on point. Yeah, because that's the thing. It's just like you can't sit there and cry about negativity, but then spread negativity. That's like me saying, hey, Torin, you're a retard. And he calls me a retard back. Hey, why didn't you call me a retard, Torin? Oh, wait, it's because you called me a retard first. That's literally what he's going to say. And is that impression accurate? Torin? You having tech issues? Torin?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's having tech issues. But what about you, Jim? What do you think about all this Like, isn't it fucking weird that these people spread negativity on us, but then want to cry about us spreading negativity when they spread the negativity first by inserting themselves in arguments that have nothing to do with them?
Well, can I burn him for about a minute here?
Yeah, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Okay, so this egotistical little snowflake, you can smell the soy coming from him. He has never had pushback, and if he's had just a small bit of pushback, not to mention the fact that he's always gotten whatever he wanted, he's in a secluded bubble, right, at wherever he lives, and he's what they call handpicked. But the soy is strong with this one, and the fact that he emits bottom energy to the maximum of 10th degree, and the doggy collar is not doing him any help at all. And the fact that you like Nintendo just screams, I want to be plowed in the ass. And furthermore,
I think the doggy collar says it all about plowing in the ass.
Yeah, he's not well. He's not the brightest tool in the shed, and honestly, if he was my son, I would beat his ass.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'd tell him to go get a job and get the fuck up out of his seat and stop bitching about things you can't control. Look, people are going to be negative about your precious company. It's because your precious company does shady shit towards its own consumer base.
I'm back.
Oh, that's why you didn't tell me you were AFK. I was calling.
Sorry, I had an emergency. I almost crapped my pants. I had to go to the bathroom.
No, you're good. I thought you were having tech issues again. I was like, tech issues.
No, it was exactly what Jim said. Shitty shit.
Well, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I thought you're having tech issues, but even if you do, I was just being patient, like Jim and I were discussing.
Anyway, what's up?
I was basically just asking like Jim about the prompt about. Aren't these people so hypocritical when they say, "Oh, we're the ones spreading negativity," when they're the ones spreading negativity by saying that we're bigot? Like, aren't they self-projecting when they call us bigots and shit? Oh, you're bigots. You're negative. It's like you're the most negative motherfuckers I've ever met. Every time that's the thing. I've talked to a few leftists over the years. And every conversation, they're complaining about their parents. They're complaining about this. They're complaining about that. It's never positive, ever. Never positive. At least with me, it's like, yeah, I complain about shit sometimes, but I still have positive conversations. Like, I'll talk about positive video games. Hey, I like this movie I like. Or, hey, I like this video game I like. Hey, there's something I like. Like, it's not all negativity, but with these leftists, it's all negativity. And on top of that, they want to call us negative for just giving small level criticisms. Like, you guys literally make everything negative, and you guys want to come and cry about us making everything negative. Like, you guys are a little hypocritical.
I think they're not.
Yeah, Jim, is there anything else you want to add? I know Torrin kind of interrupted your little rant.
He is 100% a bottom sissy cuck. Look, I'm just gonna say it like this man. It's gotta be a LARP. There's no way a person like this actually exists. Like, I had to like when I seen the video, like, it's like, how do these people exist in society?
Let's be real. There are little two grown ass men that literally let Mordecai treat them as slaves and had a doggy collar, shock collar, and literally let this e-girl with their full consent shock them on stream, basically humiliate themselves, basically told the whole world, hey, we're bottom bitches, everybody. We're on the bottom. It's like, this is like, I'm going to get a little off topic here, but it's literally a satanic agenda. It's literally a satanic agenda. It's going against what Christ has taught, because that's the thing. This is not misogynistic. Women, that's the thing. Women are good people, and Christ even believes that you should treat women good and fair, right? But in the Bible, the man is the dominant one of the relationship. The man is the one that takes care of the woman and children. And it seems like Satan and all these people in the world are trying to change a basic human values that we've had since the Bible times. And it's just like, no. Even if you're not religious, you could still agree with the values of, hey, the man's supposed to take care of the women and children. The man's the provider. The woman is the one that takes care of the kids and all that. It's just like, instead, it's like making it reversal. Oh, the woman's the dominant one, shocking dudes on fucking live stream. It's like, yeah, no, this is fucking stupid. And that's the thing. Women don't even wear, that's another thing. I barely even see women. The only women I see wearing doggy collars are girls, and I don't even agree with them doing it, but I don't even see like the e-girls, even women that like have a bottom kink wearing a fucking doggy collar. Only goth girls do that. Yet you see all these dudes just randomly fucking jumping in that trend. That's how you know it's literally just a satanic agenda to basically reverse the roles in a demonic way. It's not even in a positive way either. Because that's the thing. God made it to where the man is the one that's the provider. And that's another thing too. There's another like agenda on the other side where now it's a trend where men just become deadbeat dads, beat wife and kids, don't even take care of them, treat women wrongly, call women sluts, whores, all that's like, that's not good either. In fact, God wants you to take care of the women and kids. Like both women, men, just humans in general are just falling into the satanic agenda and the satanic way of life. Literally, like just lot more now. It's literally like feeling like slowly getting back to the 1600s again. It's like soon, like I'm telling you, if this keeps the way it goes, in 20, 30 years, there's going to be people just straight off cutting people's heads off again if it keeps on going. In fact, you see all these people trying to bring back hangings, Dan Bilzerian's trying to bring back public hanging, all these other people trying to bring back public hanging, trying to bring back the 1600s. It's like, that's how you know it's like there's the demonic force that was there back then is back now. Even like it doesn't matter what religion you believe in, it doesn't matter if you even are atheist. It's like the same behavior that was condemned in the 800s and the old times and the Roman times and all those older times. that same behavior is slowly coming back. And new bad behaviors coming along with it too. Because that's the thing. Yes, men didn't wear doggy collars back then either, but however, this is just a new behavior. They're trying to bring back they're basically trying to make it worse. They're trying to bring it back by adding worse new things, trying to get society. And that's the thing. There's a way to fight back against it and simply don't participate. Say no. Have some balls and say no. This guy because I bet you it wasn't his idea. I bet you one of his dumbass friends or someone he talks to told him, hey, put a doggy collar, wear the doggy collar around your neck in all your videos. And it's like, you say no to that person. Whatever made you do that, you say no. Like, there's no excuse. Oh, I was pressured.
He's probably a gay furry too.
Yeah, but still, it's like, even if that's the thing. I know furries that don't even wear doggy collars. Like, you don't remember the Alberic guy we had on like a while back?
Oh yeah, I know.
He doesn't wear I've known him for years. He doesn't wear a doggy collar.
Some of them do though, not all.
I know, but that's the thing. I know ones I don't, so it's not an excuse of he's a furry, so that's no. I've seen plenty of furries that have not worn doggy collars. In fact, that's the thing. I don't agree with the furry thing, and I even tell some of my furry friends, hey, I don't agree with it personally. But I don't see them fucking wearing doggy collars, so I have a respect for them. If I started seeing them wearing doggy collars, I just think they're too far gone because it's bro, literally doggy collar. It's okay, you're way too into it, and even they agree because I bet you if I sent this to Alberic, he would be like, yeah, that's cringe, yeah. Them wearing doggy collars, yeah, I don't consider them a part of my community. And that's why I like people like Alberic, even though I don't agree with the furry things. He draws a line in the fucking immoral shit. And that's the thing, it's there are people in a lot of these groups that do immoral shit that draw the line, and you can't lump them in when they don't participate in the moral stuff that they do. In fact, there are a few leftists. There are a few leftists in the video game sphere that this guy's in that don't agree with that kind of behavior either. Yeah, they don't agree with us on everything, but they don't agree with the doggy collar stuff or even just whining up and making every criticism about negativity. It's bro, just counter the point. Counter the point with your opinions about the video game. You don't have to just say, oh, this is negative. It's come on, bro. This is not even you can't even group these people. The group you should loop these people is a group of fucking totally gone losers. That's what we should call these people. Totally gone losers, and that's what I'm calling Femboy. I'm not gonna even say his name, so I'm not gonna even fucking give him the respect. I'm just gonna call him two gone Femboy. That's what we're calling this guy from now on. Two gone Femboy.
Get out of the park. Not everybody thinks that Nintendo is knocking it out of the park. Mind you, barely their fucking games alone by themselves. Do you understand?
The games are literally all the current games that they have are all tanking. The only good ones they have is collabing with third party. That's it. That's the only good ones they've released this year. Is a collab with third party. It's another third party giving them ideas and doing the work for them. Other than that, they haven't released shit that's original, that's good. All of it's been just nothing but crap.
That they're barely.
In fact, Pokemon let Nintendo basically dictate the ideas of Pokemon Legends ZA, and you saw how that turned out.
Crossing the 5 million mark. Do you understand that? The only
Nintendo W, of course, burn the world. Of course,
I love Gar the Rage. It says, "Do you understand that?" It reminds me of freaking Alex Jones every time he says that.
I know, yeah. Really responding to burn the world. I know you're biased because you're basically a Zelda streamer. Hey, but even that's the thing. Even if you like Nintendo. You can't.
Hey, burn the world.
Hold on. Wait. You're making me go autistic and go off track. Let me think what I was going to say. Hold on, and don't worry. I'll let you speak. I just got to finish the thing. Burn, right? Okay. All right. I'll go back to it. So, burn. Would you count if I said that Zelda was shit? Would you counter with you being too negative, or would you tell me the reasons why Zelda is good. Like if I said, oh, I don't like Zelda because I don't know much about Zelda, but I'll just say I like Zelda because the one character is kind of like not powerful enough, right? How would you respond to that criticism? Would you respond to it with, you're being negative, you're being a loser negative, you're being negative, or would you tell me, hey, I disagree, here's how this character is good? And Torin, what was you going to say to Burn?
Oh, I just posted it in chat.
All right. My bad. I was just in the middle of talking, which you probably...
Yeah. I'm in the mood for some pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Because his avatar's a
Yeah, just let me... But that's the thing. I actually want you to let me know, because that's the thing. Because knowing you, I think you would just tell me, like, how I was wrong about the character. You wouldn't say, you're being negative, you're being a bigot, you're being dumb. It's like a lot of these Nintendo fans are just closeted leftists that are wearing a collar. And that's the thing. At least Burn the World doesn't wear a fucking collar on his neck. It's like a lot of these fucking these other Nintendo fans are literally wearing collars on their neck. That's the thing. I don't even know much about Zelda, so I'm not even like critical of Zelda. I know that's like the game you like the most out of Nintendo. I'm mainly critical of the new Mario Kart game and the new Pokemon's game and the Pokemon Legends EA, because that was just fucking trash. Same with the new Mario Kart game that came out. Even the Donkey Kong's not even good anymore. It's just like Nintendo's not putting a lot of effort in like they used to. Because I grew up with the Wii back in like 2013 when I was like a little kid, and I had so much fun. Now it's like I'll even have fun. It's not because I grew out of it, because I still watch old gameplay and I still would play those old games to this day. It's just the new games are just not as fun because they're not putting the work into it. It's just repeating the same old like storylines and same old like gameplay, like the same old thing. Like, oh, you go and rescue Princess Peach from Bowser like the 100th time. It's like, can we get something new for once? And not only that, but they're not even releasing any games that's not them. It's all third-party collabs. So it's not really Nintendo doing the work. It's literally third-party video game companies doing the work for them and Nintendo taking the credit.
Games that have crossed the 5 million mark are basically games that have been bundled, like Pokemon Legends ZA and Mario Kart World. Yeah.
Also, by the way, too, which this is just a side note, it is Dan240p's birthday, right? In fact, that's why he's not on the show. But it is Dan240p's birthday. Make sure you type in the chat, "Happy birthday, Dan!" And also, like, if you guys, are in the Discord or in Twitter or have him like added somewhere, make sure you guys reach out to Dan and wish him a happy birthday, whether it's in the general chat, DM, X, doesn't matter where. Just reach out to Dan and tell him happy birthday, because it is his birthday today. He's big 21. In fact, my birthday is Sunday, so y'all get to do the same to me on Sunday. In fact, I made an announcement about it being Dan's birthday because Dan had to name the commandment of Ravencast. Both Jim and Zachary thought it was my birthday, which Zachary told me he was drunk, so he couldn't comprehend. And Jim just saw the commandment of Ravencast thing and thought it was my birthday. Now it's Dan's birthday today. And it's my birthday tomorrow. But Dan, if you're listening, happy birthday. And yeah, let's continue.
Yeah, they're barely doing.
And that's the same thing with Jim and Torin. Y'all better message Dan happy birthday, or at least ping him. Just make sure you get the message to him, because he does deserve it, because he's a really good guy. He's been loyal to the Ravencast since the beginning.
Danny.
He has really good takes. In fact, he's made shows interesting by pushing back and like actually giving good content. And not only that, but he's always been there for me as a good friend. Always just, had my back. Even when he fully doesn't agree with me, he's never he's always been there. He's been there on the march when the quote unquote leader decided just to leave me to deal with everything. And instead of just leaving too, Dan finished the march with me. And honestly, it's like, I'll always be grateful for that. And the Ravencast should always love Dan. The Ravencast audience should always love Dan, because Dan is part of the heart of Ravencast as well as me.
Anything.
And a few others like Nith, Torin, Getler, like we're all part of the heart of Ravencast, you know, because we all like contribute to it. That's the thing. Yes, I'm the host and I'm the one that makes decisions like content and what we cover and all that. And I'm the one that like, you know, is the one that's behind the show, but the regular panelists are in the Ravencast's heart just as much as the host is.
Without being bundled to the fucking Switch 2 and being purposely manipulated in that direction.
In fact, because they have released so many games for the Switch 2 so far this year, and
all of them were crap, bro. That's not what aren't you not getting that through your head? All of them not enjoyable. They're not enjoyable, literally. And that's the thing. Even if they are enjoyable, a lot of them were done by third-party companies. The most enjoyable, like Kirby, third party. Like all these video games that are being released on the Switch are quote unquote good. A lot of them are third party, like are collaborated with the third party. Third party writes the story. Third party comes up with all the graphics and characters. Nintendo just takes the credit and says, "Hey guys, we did it. Hey guys, we're putting this on the Switch." Like, come on, bro. It's not Nintendo's work. It's not their own work, bro. That's what you don't understand. A lot of this stuff is not their own work, and that's why people are criticizing Nintendo. They're not criticizing the Switch for having these games on there. They're criticizing Nintendo's exclusive games that they haven't been releasing. And when people say Nintendo is not releasing games anymore, they're not releasing games that they wrote because they know that when they write games, it's just shit. They're lazy writers. The lazy developers. They can't develop a video game right. The Pokemon Legends ZA disaster was a good example of that. There are so many graphic problems. You can go back to my old coverage if you want to hear all the breakdowns we have. There was just so many bugs, so many errors. They can't even develop the video games right. They can't even come up with a good story. It's just so fucking shit now. And that's the thing. And I'm pretty sure even Zelda is like a third party, has a third party company making this stuff. Like Nintendo literally has nothing.
I don't understand like where the backlash is coming from.
And don't tell me they got Super Mario. Oh yeah, they got Mario saving Princess Peach another 100th time.
You know, I might not be able to understand.
They got Mario saving Princess Peach in space, even though it's literally the same fucking story. It's like, can we have Mario save someone else at least?
Understand this, but how does it equate to equality again when you spam games every single month?
And a lot of those games you spam are not even games you created yourself. Like, that's the thing. That's like me spamming memes all the time and saying that those are my memes, even though, like, let's say Dan was making memes, right? And then I just took the memes and posted on my Twitter, and I said those were mine. Oh, yeah, hey, this is my meme. Hey, this is my meme. Y'all would be like, wait a minute. Didn't Dan make this? Yeah, but this is still mine because he gave me permission. It's like, it's literally the same shit if I would have done that bullshit. You know what I mean?
Instead of giving quality games, like I'm failing to understand that.
Let's look at this. Let's break this down because people are complaining the first year of the Switch 2 doesn't have new games or like good or...
I'm not going to lie. I can't even take you seriously with the fucking doggy collar. Hey, Baron, if you're still in chat, are you wearing a doggy collar too? Is that why you said Nintendo W? Because you're wearing a doggy collar for them? Where could I get a doggy collar from Nintendo? By the way, that's a joke. Don't clip me out of context, please. No. I'm glad I don't have clippers like Fuentes does yet.
Any first-party games.
Do you think I was joking around that he's actually breaking this down right now, trying to justify the exclusives? No, I wasn't joking at all. And we're probably we're not even halfway through this. Like this video? Oh no, we're not even close.
And we have Mario Kart World, right? That released at launch. Now Mario Kart World, obviously, somewhat
shit. That was actually a Nintendo exclusive, and it flopped, sucked ass. We covered it in the Fortenga's old video. Like the racing was terrible. The graphics are awful. It looks like it's fucking from 2007, bro. Like literally, you cannot say that's a good game when all of it, when all about the graphics, story, racing, all that, nothing new. There's nothing new with the Mario Kart game. We want new content. That's why everyone's calling it slop, because it's just old, recycled old shit. Oh my God, Mario racing with people for like in another video game with 2007 graphic qualities. Like there's nothing new with Mario, with the Mario Kart. There's no new features, no new like shell things, no new obstacles to throw at people, no new features, nothing different. And that's what you people don't understand. And that's why we're complaining so much, because all the stuff that is Nintendo exclusive, it's just the same recycled thing. There's nothing new from Nintendo. You know what? Name me something new that they've added in any of the games, in the Donkey Kong and Mario and Mario Kart. I'm just going to be hearing crickets all night because there's nothing.
Controversial, and I will concur that it is somewhat underbaked as a title.
So you agree this game is undercooked?
Where's my femboys at? I agree. Oh yeah, you saw the guy wearing the fucking collar? Yeah. Kind of worse than a femboy, honestly, because that's the thing. AJ's here, the biggest femboy of commentary, which that's the thing. Shout out to AJ. I actually do like him, and that's the thing. We just call him a femboy as a joke. But even AJ's not wearing a fucking collar. Even AJ has a better W than this guy, because at least AJ, even though he's a femboy, Incredible Link's an actual femboy. And he's not even wearing a fucking collar on his neck. It's like, bro, there are femboys that don't even wear collars on their necks like that. Like, it's just so, and I know it's like, oh, why bring up the collar? Because it's so gay, and it's, bro, you're not a real man. Like, I'm just going to say this. You are not a real man if you wear a fucking doggy collar. What are you, a fucking dog? Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
And you understand the reason why people are upset with Nintendo on this, because you do understand that the open world properties that this game brought isn't really worth it. Like, they could have dedicated more time to the tracks and the many other things to bring.
Yeah, they could literally dedicate more time to the tracks, more time to the graphics, more time to the story, making it not say fucking Princess Peach 1,000 times by the same fucking villain. Like, you know, if she gets kidnapped again, have another person kidnap her. Why does it always have to be Bowser or Bowser Jr. or a Koopa? Like, make it a new fucking story. We want something new.
Bring this game to life. But no, we had to have an open world aspect, just like Breath of the Wild. Right, Nintendo?
That's not a femboy. That's just a feminine president guy. Nah, I'll go even worse. It's bottom bitch boy. That's what I'm calling it. Bottom bitch boy. He's literally a bottom bitch boy. He's literally on bottom. Like, if he, like, that's the thing. I think he swings the other way, but let's say he's straight, right? Let's say he goes into a relationship with a woman, right? He'll literally have the woman on top and have a woman wear the dildo and have him be pegged, literally. That's literally what this guy is. No joke. And Jim said the same thing earlier, because that's the thing. That's just the energy he gives. He literally gives off that energy. Make sure you guys smash the like button, and yeah. By the way, donate Lord Triton 2, Cash App if you wish to donate for the show. Up to y'all. Anyways, let's continue.
However, like, if you really look at Mario Kart titles over the years, Mario Kart's never really been like an evergreen, highly reviewed Nintendo series. It's only really been since Mario Kart 8 Deluxe where Mario Kart games were starting to be reviewed very highly, you know, and looked at very highly.
Do you really think someone sat there and thought to themselves, this Mario Kart got a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10. I don't think I'm going to buy the Mario Kart game. No, they bought the Mario Kart game because they love racing with Mario. Like, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like they want racing with Mario, and that's why we bought the Mario Kart game. Not only that, but people like racing games. So that's why they're buying the Mario Kart game, because it's Mario racing. It's all the Mario Kart people racing. And if you like racing games and you like Mario, you're going to buy Mario Kart. And if it's slop, you're going to turn away from it. Because that's the thing. There are people that probably don't even know who Mario is, but see, oh, Mario Kart, oh, it's a racing game. Let me try it out and see if it's fun. And if it's not fun, you're going to lose the new audience. Duh! Like, these fucking doggy-collared motherfuckers. They're wearing a doggy collar, and the knowledge is, well, that's why they're wearing a doggy collar, because the knowledge is terrible. They lack brain cells, and they're wearing a fucking doggy collar. That just shows you that people that wear a doggy, like literally, I haven't seen not one smart person that's wore a doggy collar. It's literally just like it's literally just like what was it? The Sonic medallion, the medallion that Chris Chan had. So, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Sonitude medallion.
Yeah, it's literally a curse. It's literally a curse. That curse just makes you a low cal, makes horrible shit happen to you. The doggy collar curse is, oh, you're automatically or your brain is automatically bottom bitch boy. Everything you do, you're on the bottom. Everything you're basically a peasant. Once you wear the collar, you're basically casting a peasant spell on you. You're literally casting a literal peasant spell on you by wearing the doggy collar.
Problem with fucking Nintendo, because they thought that injecting Breath of the Wild.
So, it's kind of unfair, rating Mario Kart World or comparing it to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, that's just not completely fair.
And you might want to gargle my ball sack.
Of course. Oh my God, is this guy stupid? Of course they're going to compare old games. It's literally Mario Kart. It literally has the same title. It's a continuation of Mario Kart. Of course they're going to. It's like saying, oh, don't compare Call of Duty Black Ops 6 to Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It's like, why is it literally called Call of Duty Black Ops 6? Oh, wait, because it's a continuation. Why is it called Mario Kart 8? Oh, wait, it's because it's a World 8. Oh, wait, it's because it's a continuation of Mario Kart. Idiot.
Are you fucking stupid? That's probably
yes, he is, because he's literally like I'm telling you, the doggy collar thing is a peasant curse and it's a stupidity curse.
Most best comparison that you could actually do. Like, you do understand that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe by itself sold like 80 million units and it was loved worldwide. Hell, I loved Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I still have my physical copy over here, and I don't plan on.
Yeah, I actually played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Wii, and it was way better than the slot they released this year. The Mario Kart World, like, of course you're gonna. That's like saying, oh, you can't compare Call of Duty Black Ops 6 to Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It's like that's when it was actually good. Call of Duty Black Ops. Oh, wait, no, not 6, 7. Sorry, because 7 is the shitty one. It's like saying, oh, don't compare Call of Duty Black Ops 7 to Call of Duty Black Ops 2 or any of the past Call of Duty. It's like, then why is it called Call of Duty if you don't want it to be compared? Are you stupid? Hello? Why is it called Mario Kart World if you can't compare it to previous Mario Kart games?
I'm selling that thing anytime soon because it was a great video game to have and play with your friends. Hell, even playing by yourself was extremely fun. But playing,
I used to play by myself and with my siblings. Even some, you know what's crazy? My dad never played video games before in his life, right? But I used to play Mario Kart Racing Deluxe and a bunch of old Mario Kart racing games with my dad all the time. And my dad was like a boomer. He didn't know what video games were. He don't care about video games. He literally works all day. But the first time he played Mario Kart World back then, he loved it. I bet you if he was still alive and he played the Mario Kart World now, he would say, what is this? This is not how we used to play. This is not the same video game. I'm done. I'm not playing this.
Mario Kart World by yourself, even with your friends, that's questionable. That's going to make you question if you want to ever even spend another $80 on Nintendo ever again.
Highly rated or regarded Mario Kart game besides that is like Mario Kart DS, which is a really good game. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's not like you have Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Kart 64, right? Mario
Kart 64 is literally that's the one that came out this year that fucking sucked so fucking bad. Literally. Mario Kart, and that's the thing. You can't compare Mario Kart 64 to Mario Kart World 8 Deluxe. At least Mario Kart 8 World Deluxe and Mario Kart Wii's were actually fun to play. Mario Kart 64, it's like look at the fucking graphics. It literally looks like it's from 2007. Nothing's improved.
Especially
the map kind of looks shit. The map's not even enjoyable. The old maps were literally fun. Like, oh, you can fucking... This literally looks like a bowling alley and a floating bowling alley.
Like, none of these games are like particularly exceptional review-wise, you know.
Nobody cares. No,
nobody cares. Literally, in fact, no one cares about your opinion because you don't even know what you're talking about. You fucking retard.
Nobody, and you need to shut up.
It's underbaked. It's like Mario Kart was never like that. Like Mario Kart was never like this Nintendo series that blew you away.
So why was I able to get my dad to play the Mario Kart Wii back when I was younger? He didn't even know what he knew what Mario was, but he never was interested in video games. How come he actually enjoyed it and saw fun in it? Oh, wait, because it actually was something that actually appealed to a lot of people, even the newer people that didn't even know what it was.
Really at all?
You stupid.
And I think Mario Kart World, as is right now, is actually very solid. It's very solid. Like, yeah, the open world's empty, but like, I'm not playing Mario Kart for that. You know what I'm saying?
Then why do it in the first place?
Yeah, if you don't play Mario Kart to enjoy it, why are you playing it? Why even play video games? Aren't you supposed to play video games to enjoy it? See, these people don't even need to be in the video game community because they literally just come here to complain, bitch, and ruin video games. That's all they do. He's literally just saying, oh, I'm just here to complain. I'm just here to ruin it and make sure that it's on the standard of the left. It's like, you're not even a gamer. I bet you he doesn't even play the games. He's just on here bitching for no reason, just because he wants to make sure that Nintendo keeps Mario Kart negativity free. Shut the fuck up. People like this piss me off.
Why not just make some tracks for the fucking game in the first place and then just add more songs, add more characters, just do basic...
Add more characters, add more story, add more stuff that's going to keep me coming back. Because that's the thing. If you play something over and over again, it's the same thing, people are going to just give up. Like Dragon Ball Super. They keep on adding, they keep on making new Beerus and Goku movies, but it's the same fucking, it's the same. They keep on making new remakes of the Battle of the Gods movie, but it's the same story, same everything. Like, it's like literally people are just so tired of it. It's like, bro, we're tired of Beerus, we're tired of Battle of the God remakes. Like, can you just make something else? Can you make new movies? That's the same thing with Nintendo. Can you stop just making it all about Mario saving Princess Peach from Bowser and add new villains and new characters?
Things that you...
Is that not that hard?
Have done before with the Mario Kart fucking franchise. Why are you fucking with it that's unnecessarily to do in the first place? Why are you ejecting things that worked in a different fucking series into another series that you knew damn well was going to work in the first place? None of it.
Do y'all want to finish this in full, or do y'all want to go ahead and go to the Ubisoft Veridark thing? I'll let Jim and Torn decide.
I said move on, but that's just me.
Yeah, we can move on.
All right, yeah, because I'm not going to lie. I asked that because I'm kind of against... I made all my points clear because this guy's a fucking femboy piece of shit. Not even just a femboy, a bottom bitch boy. Bottom bitch boy piece of shit, and I just don't like seeing the collar. I'm not going to lie. I just hate seeing the collar because it just makes me, wow. This is what men are today? Man, like, that's the thing. I don't agree with the boomers on everything. Boomers are right to say that Gen Z men suck when they see people like that wearing a fucking collar. They have a right to make fun of those people, and I honestly side with the boomers on that. Seeing people wearing doggy collars, men especially, even a woman, it's just weird. But men doing it too, it's like, that's even weirder. I'm pretty much done. We can move on.
Remember, you gotta respect the Soylent Man's pronouns too.
Yeah, you know what? Here's my pronoun. Here's my pronoun. Hold on. Here's my pronoun. I don't give a shit about pronouns. That's my pronoun. I don't give a shit. You're either a man or a woman, and if that's controversial, that's fine. That's just my opinion.
It was 3 years ago. It's not anymore.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead. Also, shout out to the new subscriber that has subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Vera, Dark Titan Media. Okay, I see it now. Gonna go ahead and pull this up. And I know a lot of people in my audience enjoy Vera Dark, and this is a Vera Dark video. Ragnar actually submitted this one earlier because he told me about the Ubisoft firing 1,200 devs and saying cuts big as budgeted games are flopping. They basically pulled a Daily Wire. Remember when we covered the Daily Wire firing basically half of its staff and laying off half of its staff because it was because that's the thing, it's not making as much money. Everyone's unsubscribing. That's the same thing that's happening in the Ubisoft, but it seems like Ubisoft, it's a little worse. And this video is only 9 minutes, so it won't be too long.
Yeah, Vera's videos are pretty short, and they get to the point generally.
It's pretty insane to see just how many problems Ubisoft has faced over the past couple of years. They have wasted
6 seconds in, she already does a better job than Fratanga and all these other retards.
billions of dollars on games that people aren't playing. We know that they're heavy hitters like Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, and even Far Cry.
We're going to go ahead and read this article too, just because it's up here. Ubisoft has reduced a head count by over 1,000 employees in the last year. You want to know why that is? Because no one's buying their games because everyone knows Ubisoft is shit. Far Cry's, all that shit is going out the water and no one cares anymore.
Yep, Ragnar, and also a lot of the stuff came from, a lot of the crap in this industry came from them.
Ubisoft deserves to go under. They dug their own grave with all the BS and DEI crap they try to push on all of us. Yeah, exactly. That's why they're losing. That's why no one's buying the games anymore. Even if like the games are entertaining, no one's buying it because of all the DEI shit and all the shit that they're just pushing onto us that we're just telling them, hey, we don't like that shit. Stop trying to force us to like it. When you try to force someone to like something they don't like the DEI bullshit and all that, people are going to get less interested.
We have a look at how many people they have fired over the past 12 months, and it's looking rough. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community.
You know what? Since she's promoting herself, I'm going to promote myself. If you enjoy the content, make sure y'all join the Discord, Cash App, Will Triton 2. Subscribe.
Hey,
like
at least she isn't doing a fucking sponsor at the beginning of the video like half the other people do.
Yeah. Honestly, I just skipped the whole sponsorship shit. Like when Tucker Carlson did that whole sponsorship thing, like when I was acting to James Fishback thing, I just skip over it because it's like, bro, we're not sponsored. Like that's the thing. Until your company
she even encourages people to leave a dislike if they don't like the video.
Which me, I actually differ, and here's the only reason I differ is because you can't even see the dislike button anymore unless you have some fucking special.
Oh no, you can see the dislike button, you just can't see the count.
No, yeah, but you can't see the count, so you might as well just like the stream and pretend it's a dislike button. Obviously that's just a phrase I always use, just because I'm making fun of YouTube for hiding the dislike numbers. That's mainly why I make that joke, is to make fun of
you know why they did it? It was because people were getting criticized, and the little libtards wanted a fucking safe space.
Yeah, they wanted
a bunch of pansies.
They don't want to show people that the libtarded movement has a lot of dislikes and a lot of people disagreeing with it. That's why they only want to, because that's the thing. They didn't ask to hide the like number. They just said hide the dislike because it's negative. It's like, you might as well be consistent at this point. At least like these other sites are consistent. Like they either have it all hidden or none hidden. And yet you're just saying, oh, let's just hit the dislike button because it's negative. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
My live streams and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, Ubisoft still does put hundreds of millions of dollars into single projects, but that obviously can't continue forever when they are making games that people are not buying. They are trying.
See, that's also why they laid off all these peoples, because they're putting millions and millions of dollars into all these projects, and they're just firing all these people because they can't pay the employees anymore. Because that's the thing. They don't have enough money anymore to put into the projects and pay people. That's why there's these massive layoffs, because no one's buying their shit. No one's giving them money. In fact, Ubisoft's going to try to make AI do everything and DEI do everything. And a lot of these employees will be replaced by AI. I'm telling you. They're going to try to make it to where AI develops the games for them, and it's just going to be so shitty. Or they will only have 1-2 developers developing everything. And that's going to suck, because 1 or 2 people, it's like with games like this, like you need a whole team, yet they just want to take the easy way out because, oh my God, they don't want to pay the employees, or they don't want to actually improve the games and stop with the DEI bullshit. Maybe if you stop the DEI bullshit, you didn't have to lay off all your employees. Now, wouldn't you have? Huh? Fucking dumbasses.
Best to revive IPs of theirs that are sort of on the back burner currently. And, well, that means that they are going to have to cancel video games. We've heard of quite a few cancellations. They're going to have to make more yet smaller games. You can't have one game that has a $300 million budget behind it when you are not sure if it is going to sell, and you're going to have to lay people off. They have to cut the fat, so to speak, and that's
because they're not. That's the thing. When you're not receiving funding from the consumer, that's why I say video game companies have to. Because that's the thing. If Nintendo keeps going the way it keeps going, Nintendo's going to have to lay off employees. And Nintendo's going to be like Ubisoft, laying off everybody, relying on AI or small teams to do everything because they're not getting enough money to keep on making new projects. So they're going to have to lay people off and, do all this other shit. Same with the Daily Wire, same with all this other stuff. That's why people criticize video game companies, because if you don't make the consumers happy, it's not just the consumer that just leaves. If the consumers leave and you have no consumers left, your whole company is finished. And Ubisoft is a good example of that. If you piss off the consumers and no consumers are helping you and you don't even have anyone please, then you're going to have to be like Ubisoft and lay off almost half of your entire staff.
What we're hearing now.
And you're basically going to go under the ocean. Your company's going to go under the ocean, and no one's going to feel bad for you because you're basically disrespecting the consumers, pushing DEI bullshit on the consumers, and you're not thinking about what the consumers actually want. And that's why Ubisoft is in this situation. Not only that, but Ubisoft also wants to step out of field and dictate other video games when video games are not, going in a left-wing agenda. It's that's why the consumers get pissed off more and more and more and more. And that's why they're not even getting any new people either. That's why they're getting no consumers, because they're just pissing off the consumers in every which way possible. They're pissing off new consumers, old consumers, current consumers. That's why no one's buying. That's why they're laying off their employees. That's why they're in this situation where they're going under the ocean.
Now that they have done that pretty intensely. So Ubisoft has made a concerted effort to optimize the studio, and that has led to hundreds of employees being let go over the last year. In its latest earnings report going over the full 2026 fiscal year, Ubisoft confirmed that it has reduced the number of employees working for the company by over 1,000. The total number of people let go as of March 31st, 2026, Ubisoft says, is around 1,200 people. They added that attrition is close to Ubisoft's lowest record levels, particularly among senior profiles. Ubisoft says that despite the employee cutbacks, it still has 16,590 people working for the company, still despite cutting costs of roughly $300.
If Ubisoft doesn't fix their shit and they keep losing more consumers and pissing off more consumers, that those employees that they have left, they're going to have to lay off more and more people. Because look at the Daily Wire, right? Daily Wire pissed off its consumers. The latest thing, I know it's not a video game company, but it's the same way, because if you don't have people buying your stuff, buying like your work, buying your game, buying your subscriptions and funding you, then you can't keep paying people. Because if you don't have money coming in, then you can't pay employees. Daily Wire first laid off like a few thousand people. Then it was 50%, and they're going to have to keep laying off more and more people. You think the Daily Wire and Ubisoft, you think this is the first round of layoffs? No. It's just going to keep getting more and more for Ubisoft. Ubisoft, just like Daily Wire, is going to have more and more and more rounds of layoffs until they just have to just fire themselves and completely shut down. That's what's going to happen. If they, or either that, or they go to one of their billionaire connections and have the billionaire just buy out the company and basically invest all this stupid shit into it and make them stick around like with a limb. They'll basically have to get bought out, though. And that's the thing. It's either you get bought out, and if you can't get bought out by someone better and bigger than you, then you go under the water. If you don't have, because that's the thing, Ubisoft's going to have another video game company fish it out of the ocean. Because that's the thing.
Yeah, they're already having Tencent try and fish them out of the ocean.
Yeah, see, exactly, and that's where it's going. It's gotten so bad where Ubisoft's like, Tencent, can you fish us out the ocean?
Yeah,
we're going
what's
to
ironic
water.
is
We're all drowning.
What's ironic is, from what I've heard, Tencent were the ones that suggested they do the woke crap for Assassin's Creed Shadow because they knew the backlash would be so bad that they could buy them up.
See, Tencent basically baited Ubisoft. They're like, hey, keep going under the water so we could be the ones to fish you out. They're like, hey, we don't want anyone else.
Tencent wanted ownership of them really bad.
And that's the thing.
Of course, Tencent's an investment firm, so go figure. They're basically Chinese BlackRock.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So yeah, Ubisoft just pissing off all the consumers, and even you know how sad it is? Ubisoft's basically sacrificing its own employees just so an investment firm fishes them out of the water and saves them because they don't want to appeal to the consumers. They just want to push all this woke crap, and they were literally willing to sacrifice their own employees just so they can make more money from an investment company.
What's funny is a lot of the people from Sweet Baby Inc. that caused a lot of the whole quote-unquote second Gamergate, they actually are former Ubisoft employees.
Go figures.
Yeah, I think they were in Ubisoft Montreal originally. Or whatever the Canadian branch is.
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
€25 or 18% compared to fiscal year 2023. More cuts are.
I didn't even read the small paragraph. I told you this is not the first round. More cuts are expected throughout the next fiscal year as they continue to cut. Exactly.
These gaming news sites ball their eyes out for it too. It's the funniest shit ever. When they're also part of the industry rot.
You're part of the industry rot, and you're part of the problem, and you are literally the reason why that Ubisoft went down that far, because you tried to say that it was good. See, when you say something's good and if you say something that is good is not, shit like this is going to happen, and you're part of the problem.
Expected throughout the next fiscal year as they continue to cut costs. Now, this was really always going to happen. When you look at the trouble they have faced, it
was always going to happen because they keep on pissing off and shitting on their own consumers. And when people complain about the woke shit in the Assassin's Creed, they just said, Crimea River, you are bigots. You are a bunch of racists. We don't want you anyways. It's like, okay. You don't want us? Well, guess what? This is your consequences for not wanting us. This is your consequences for telling us to go cry a river. Because now we're crying a river for you, and you're under the river. Now you're underwater, and you're going to have Tencent fish you out if you ever want to get out of our river. you know what? We are crying you a river. We're crying you a river of you going under the fucking river and making you stay in the fucking river. You want us to cry you a river? Okay, we're crying you a river and making you drown in the fucking river.
The backlash they have faced.
Cry me a river. You guys are just think it's okay. We're crying you the river of you having to lay off all of your employees and your employees hating you, your employees thinking they're fucking you over, and now you're having your own employees join our side, join our team.
No, they won't.
All of
Some of them will. Some of them will. Some of them will. Maybe not all of them, but some of them will. Some of them will wake up and realize, oh, wait, the woke shit doesn't work. They're the reason why we're under in the first place. In fact, a lot of employees don't even bring.
The thing is, a lot of these employees share the same ideology.
Well, that's the thing. Even then, it's like if they just want to be cucks about it, and that's fine. But even then, like some of them, because that's the thing, Ubisoft wants to keep spreading the ideology. But if you keep fucking over people with the same ideology, a lot of them want to question the ideology and be like, is the ideology really that good? Is this really a good ideology to have when we stuck by Ubisoft's side throughout the whole thing? They just told us to go fuck ourselves just because the consumers are crying them a river and that we're under the river.
These people, they fall up, so they'll find another job real quickly.
Yeah, but still, it's still not good for Ubisoft though.
Nope.
Failures that they have faced.
You know what Ubisoft's doing? Just because Ubisoft is in the ship, the Ubisoft ship is so bad where they're just trading up employees to a submarine, to another video game company. Hey, here's a submarine. Go on that submarine. We can't get the ship out of here. Get off the ship. They're basically telling the employees, get off the ship. The ship is so sunken that you need a submarine, and they're sending all these submarines to get them out while the leaders keep on trying to fix the ship. It's like the ship's never going to get fixed. You might as well just go on the submarine with your employees and shut down the ship and abandon the ship.
This was sort of a no-brainer because a lot of companies, especially tech companies, overhired during the pandemic period. And what has happened now is that people are buying less because of rising costs in their daily lives, never mind, having hobbies that are getting more expensive, like video games. The cost of consoles are going up, the cost of games are going up. I mean, even microtransaction price.
And that's the thing, and this is why it's like we criticize these video game companies whenever they put out slop. Unlike that Femboy guy wearing a collar, like when he says it's negativity, it's like it's not how is it negativity for us to point out that costs are going high and we actually want you to put effort into the video game if you're going to make the costs go high?
We want our money's worth.
Exactly. We want our money's worth.
I'm spending $80 for a game. It better have a crap ton of content in it.
It better have amazing content.
It better keep me preoccupied for hours and hours.
Yeah, it better. That's the thing. If you're gonna sell us a video game for $80, make it $80 worth. Make it high quality. Make it worth the money. Don't just overcharge something, but then it's like worth $20 in reality. It's like, then why is the price? It seems like they're just scamming us, and that's why a lot of people think that way, because video game prices are getting like $80 for games for a $20 video game quality. The quality is in fact going down while the prices are going up, and the quality should go up with the price. Quality and price should stay the same. It should never be, or quality could be higher than the price. A lot of people would like that, actually, if the quality was higher than the price, but the quality should never be lower than the price, ever. Because at that point, you're just getting scammed.
Are facing a lot of question marks right now because companies want to try to raise those too. They want $25 for skin instead of $20. But when you are making games that cost $300 million and they underperform after 10 years of being in development, yeah, they're going to have to close down.
Not only that, but just why even spend $300 million if it just comes out as slop anyways? What are you spending the money on? Like, this makes me not even believe it. It's like you're spending $300 million just to fucking put all this woke stuff in there. You're wasting it. You're basically lighting money on fire. You're basically, I actually have to smoke the Ubisoft pack. This is what Ubisoft doing. They're just smoking money like this. You see the smoke that just came out on the camera? That's the smoke of the money, the fire. They're basically letting on fire.
Certain sections of their companies.
They're literally lighting money on fire just to spread woke politics instead of making the video games actually entertaining. Because that's the thing. I'm going to say this. I don't care if you have woke views. Just make the video game interesting. That's all we ask. And if you're putting these woke views in there, it's not really interesting. That's just like if someone's just making a conservative video. That's like I'm gonna give it. Hold on, let me see. I'm just gonna make up a random example, right? That's like if Wizard 101 became way too conservative. It's like, okay, Wizard 101 was built on a kid's game, and yet you're putting conservative politics in it, which obviously Wizard 101's the opposite way. I'm just making this as an example. It's like, even if it was the other way around, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like putting politics and political games just makes the games not interesting. No one plays Assassin's Creed to hear woke politics. They play Assassin's Creed to hear the adventures, for the story, for like unrealistic things. For like to fight people, to like fight wars, fight like fake wars that are not like, realistic wars from the past, but like not just stuff that just pushes agendas that happen today. It's basically supposed to be like a game about the past, and it's supposed to be all fun.
Different studios, you are going to have to put certain IPs on the back burner, and we know that they are trying to sort of revive and rejuvenate some things like Splinter Cell and also Far Cry, but those are apparently in death hell, those next games. Assassin's Creed Shadows didn't seem to do particularly well for them, given they haven't boasted about the sales numbers. They have just talked about the players engaged metric, which definitely does not paint the full picture because some of those people didn't obviously purchase the game. They played it off a subscription service. But Assassin's Creed Hex, the next game, is apparently going to be wildly different than what we've ever seen with Assassin's Creed. It's going to be much more mystical and magical. It's going to have a female lead who's on a, journey.
See, Vera's right. It's supposed to be like a magical female lead on a, like, that's the thing. It's supposed to be like magical. It's not supposed to create like, oh, this is just that's the thing. Just make it magical, make it cool. Don't include feminine politics, like by adding a female, saying, hey, look, this is a feminine female.
Oh, man, I don't need any guys.
Yeah, just like don't even include gender in it. Like, just that's the thing. Just make it random. Just make it like random genders. Like, that's the thing. If you're gonna make a female character, make it fit to the story. Don't just make a female character just to appease the woke audience and make it and push woke politics. Yeah. Put a female character in that's actually interesting to the story, to what the people like, and maybe people won't think it's just being like, make it non-woke. Remove the woke politics out of it and just make it add to the story.
But it's about the message, Triton. They have to spread the message.
The message has nothing to do with this. How come they didn't just make these games? How come they didn't just make these games? Okay, what I'm trying to say is, why didn't they add the message before? Why now all of a sudden you're adding a new message that you know is going to piss people off?
Because it's the quote-unquote status quo now.
It should have been see, that's the thing.
It's about activism now. It's not about people actually enjoying the games.
See, that's the thing. It's like when you change it from people enjoying the games to activism, the people that are enjoying the games are going to leave, and that's why Ubisoft is facing this problem, because people that enjoyed the game for the game are leaving because of all this activism, feminism, and all this shit that they don't even care about. Like, a lot of people that used to play Assassin's Creed, a lot of them were like grown men with kids that just want to play the game while they're off work. They don't care about feminism, politics. Like, a lot of them are not even political. Even the grown women that like used to play Assassin's Creed, they just played it for the video game. They didn't even care about, because a lot of them play it to just play it. They don't care about politics. They don't have time for that. Yeah. They're working all day and spending time with their kids, and they don't even care about all that. They just want to just come home while the kids are at school and while they maybe have a little more time off work or whatever. They just want to play a video game. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's the problem, is Ubisoft is not appealing to those kind of people that just want to just get off work or get off from whatever they're doing and play a video game that's fun. And Ubisoft's telling those people to cry them a river. So a lot of those people, and myself included, are literally crying them a river for tears, and they're stuck in the river. The ship's literally in the river drowning, to the point where they're literally sending submarines to rescue all these employees and laying off all these employees because of the big river we cried for them. The river is so big that they fucking are drowning. So yeah, when you say cry you a river, you gotta be very careful what you wish for. Be very careful what you wish for, guys, because you will get it, and you'll get it hard. Especially if you don't like mean it. Like this thing when Ubisoft said, "Hey, cry us a river. We don't care."
How hard are we talking? Are we talking like no lube hard, or hard as in rock hard?
Okay, don't make it sexual, bro. Don't make it sexual. Of course, you have to make it gay. He's gay. Are you wearing a collar? Did that femboy tell you to wear a collar?
No, bro. No, hell no.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna make a poll real quick, and you're gonna find this one funny.
No. Here we go.
All right, let's see. View my channel. All right, let's see. All right. Create poll. Start a poll. By the way, hit the like button, guys. Is Jim wearing a doggy collar off cam? Yes, all right, guys, vote. All right, guys, vote yes or no. Is Jim wearing a doggy collar off cam right now? Yes or no? Jim's gonna hate my ass. All right, let's continue. And I'll let you. Don't worry, Jim. I'll let you know what the audience votes. Who knows? Maybe the audience will spare you. Maybe they'll felt me instead. You never know.
And she's going down the path of revenge. The franchise director has said that it is going to be a different tone than we've seen with this series before. I don't think Hex is going to go over well the same way Assassin's Creed Shadows didn't go over well. If all of this is true, maybe they will make some tweaks and changes. Who knows? But according to the recent reports that released, they're trying to bring Ezio back because, well, of course they need to try to market it with a man in some way, shape, or form. If it's going to be a girl boss game, they want to put a man on a piece of cover art or on a poster and market it that way. I don't know, maybe they should just bring him back and actually make another game about him. That would actually sell. All of these things sound really freaking bad. I mean, Ghost Recon is allegedly their next big game. I don't see how that's going to turn out well for them. And this right
Even my girlfriend hates all the radical feminist BS. When I showed her a video about woke-tards going nuts over the first Descendant adding jiggle physics, she called them retarded people. There's literally like a few people in my life that like grew up like feminist and liberal, and they're saying, hey, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a centrist now because it's gotten so bad. And to the point where I'm not even following that anymore. Like the radical lefts are literally making modern Democrats just switch to libertarians, Democrats, or even some of them going far like right wing, because a lot of these radicals are just, because that's the thing, when you go ruin video games and you go ruin with everyday lives, a lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, you're not really good, and we're getting out of here, we're getting off of the ship. And that's why a lot of them are becoming centrists and just not even caring about politics anymore, because the left's basically just so radicalized and like, yeah, we don't like it. Like, it's just getting too much. He's even gotten a lot of radical leftists actually thinking, you know what? I'm a retard. I need to change. I need to change my ways. And a lot of them are just like literally a lot of people are just removed. And that's the thing. There's some people that still do that and act like that. A lot of people are trying to act like that, but there are a lot of people that are just getting sick and tired of the feminist bullshit. They're getting sick and tired of it in video games. They're getting sick and tired of it in politics. They're getting sick and tired of it in drama commentary. They're getting sick and tired of it in the real world. Just getting sick and tired of it in jobs. They get sick and tired of it in everywhere. Literally every aspect of life. They're getting sick and tired of these woke retards complaining about shit that doesn't matter and adding stupid messages that nobody agrees with.
Here is the worst piece of news we have seen in regards to Ubisoft in years. They have lost nearly 95% of their value in the last 8 years after 34% share price drop due to its quote-unquote major...
Gem is bottom energy? That's not nice. Fucking asshole. She called them... You read that last word wrong, bro. She called them putos, not people. I'm autistic, okay? Anyways.
Bro, if I'm bottom energy, then you're a cuck. Now I'm gonna fuck you in the butt. Shut up.
Damn. Shots fired at the chat. How do you feel about that?
We're hearing that 1,200 people were let go due to this reset, and I really can't say I'm going to shed a tear for them simply because these people are not talented developers. They are not making video games out of love and passion, and these people clearly are not particularly good at what they're doing, or else, first of all, they wouldn't be the ones let go. But second of all, the games that they were working on would be better if all of the developers that worked at this company were good at their job. They wouldn't be facing all these problems if they understood what...
Yeah, if they were actually... See, Vera's right. If they actually understood why consumers are leaving and did their jobs correctly and actually didn't fucking add all this woke bullshit and all this woke messaging and actually listen to the consumers, then they wouldn't be laying off employees right now. They wouldn't be in this much debt to the point where they don't even have enough money to have employees and make new projects. And that's the problem. It's like, that's why you can't just piss off all your consumers. You can't just sit there and you can't just sit there, appeal to a bunch of people and make a deal with people for like several years and then one day just say, I don't like these people anymore, but I still want my money, so I'm just going to fuck these people over. And it's like, you do that, then these people ain't going to support you. And if you piss off the new people that you're trying to get, then they ain't going to support you either, and you're going to end up like Ubisoft.
Their customers wanted, they wouldn't be in this very poor position right now. And so, yeah, I can't really sit here and say that I feel all that bad. Of course, I don't revel in the fact that people are losing their jobs, but at the same time, we have seen this company...
That's the thing. Yeah, we don't have to celebrate it, but we don't have to feel bad because guess what? It's Ubisoft's fault. Ubisoft's the one that did it. We didn't do it. So why do we have to feel bad if it's not our fault? Ubisoft's the one that fucking caused it. In fact, a lot of the employees caused it because a lot of the employees went along with this bullshit anyways. When you go along with something shitty, eventually the shitty thing will fuck you over. And that's why it's like it's not good to go along with stuff like Ubisoft. That's the thing. A lot, like Torrance said earlier, a lot of these employees went with the messaging. They encouraged the messaging over and over again. They encouraged Ubisoft to not listen to the consumers. They encouraged the consumers to cry them a river to the point where the ship's completely underwater, and they are now mad that they have to leave the ship. And I bet you a lot of them are blaming the consumers, not even themselves. Like the loyal employees that got fired and basically still supporting Ubisoft behind the scenes, they're probably blaming the consumers, saying, "Oh, it's the people that left us' fault. It's the people that are not buying our games' fault." It's like, no. It's your fault and your messaging.
intentionally ignore our criticisms and our feedback and our requests for years and years and years. And that's why you have this skull and bones failing.
See, that's the thing. All those employees ignored the consumers' requests for years and years and years and told Ubisoft and told the CEO of Ubisoft to ignore them for years and years and years. And now they're wondering, oh, why is the river so big to the point where we have to get off the Ubisoft ship and the Ubisoft train? Oh, wait, it's because you guys made it. You guys literally told us to cry a river, and we did. And it gotten so bad to the point where you're underwater because you're losing all that money. You're losing all of our money. You're telling us, don't buy our game then. Okay, we're not buying a game. Now what? Oh, we'll just go get new people. Hey, new. And then the new people say, hey, we don't like the messaging either. Well, fuck you too. We don't need you either. Who do you got? If you're pissing off your old audience and your new audience and these other audiences, who do you have?
That's why you have the X Defiance shutting down only a couple of months after launch. That's why the Star Wars Outlaws underperform. That's why the Assassin's Creed Shadows are most likely underperform.
Yeah, that's why all these games are underperformed, because all those games have woke messaging, and that's the thing. A lot of the people that enjoyed the games when they first came out, they don't like them anymore, and that's why they're not buying from Ubisoft anymore. And that's the thing. And these people, before not buying from Ubisoft, they've tried. They said, hey, can you change it so we can continue to buy, so we can actually enjoy the game? And you know what Ubisoft did? They're like, nah, we're going to keep with the messaging. You can cry us a liver. You can leave our game. We don't care. In fact, you're the problem. You're a bad person. You are a bigot. You don't care about gays. You don't care about women. You don't care about all this and that. And it's like, okay, well, if you don't think we don't care, then we're just going to not buy your game then. And now look what's happening to Ubisoft after doing that and pulling that shit.
Again, we don't know for certain with that game, but if it was doing crazy, they would have actually boasted about it and let us know the numbers, and they didn't. And it faced a lot of controversy, and I don't see how this is going to get any better for them. I mean, they canceled Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time remake, which probably was for the best given all.
Yeah, Ubisoft is basically going so far on. It's not going to. It's just the ship's gonna go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper under the ocean. And once they hit rock bottom to the point where they can't even pull the ship out, Ubisoft's finished. And that's the thing. Tencent is gonna go and fish the ship out before the ship completely sinks under the water. And that's probably if Ubisoft is still around in 10 years, it's because Tencent basically is fishing them out of the water. Once Ubisoft gets out of the water, it's not going to be because of the games. It's not going to be because of the consumer. It's not going to be because people actually like them. It's going to be because of a stupid investment fund fishing them out just because, Ubisoft needs them and they want to control Ubisoft and they want to make more money from Ubisoft. In fact, they also want to take the credit. If they actually reform Ubisoft and Ubisoft comes better in 10 years, let's say, it's not going to be because of the people that are there now. It's going to be because of the people that buy them out. Tencent's basically going to save Ubisoft's ass, and that's the only hope for Ubisoft. And even then, I think I could be wrong, and you can confirm or not. Doesn't Tencent support that whole messaging anyways?
Oh yeah, they do behind the scenes, but it's not for the reasons you think. It's because they think it's going to make them a lot of money. Because they're fucking retarded and don't understand that it's not selling.
Yeah,
it's the same as BlackRock.
See, with Tencent and BlackRock, they care. They more care about the messaging than the consumer because they already have unlimited amount of money, so they're never going anywhere. They're backed by so many billionaires. They're backed by so many funds. They're never going anywhere. In fact, Tencent is just going to squeeze as much money out of Ubisoft as they can, and that's it. They ain't going to care if no one buys from Ubisoft anymore. They're just going to basically take Ubisoft and basically have another ship above water. That's all Ubisoft is going to be to Tencent. Another ship, another base that's above water. That's the only reason why Ubisoft is even being fished out, because Tencent just wants Ubisoft to be theirs fully. so they can have another ship out of water, to have another base that's not drowning, that's actually, doing kind of well. They want to basically make some side money off of it. And they also want to do it for to basically appeal to the left-wing masters and stuff that pay them all tons of money to invest in the shit like this. They basically want to keep the message alive, and with the limited amounts of money that they all have, that's why they're buying stuff like Ubisoft, because they know they keep Ubisoft alive, they keep the message alive, even though no one's supporting the message.
All of the leaked screenshots.
Just because a message is unpopular, it doesn't mean the message can die. Like if you have Tencent or something like reviving your shitty message, then it's never going to go anywhere, no matter how many people don't listen, because Ubisoft's being funded.
And images that were circulating.
And that's why the Daily Wire is going to never go anywhere either, because it's the same thing with that. It's the same thing with all these video game companies that get saved by third parties. KingsIsle's the same thing. They got saved by this random scam investment company, and because that company has a limited amount of money, they were basically able to save KingsIsle from going under.
But are they really going to be able to bank on Assassin's Creed going forward when it's in such a rough place, or Splinter Cell, or Far Cry?
They can if Tencent puts a limited amount of money into it, and they have unlimited amount of money to do that. So technically, unfortunately, even a lot of people don't want to hear it. Yeah, like if Tencent invests money into Ubisoft, then Ubisoft's unfortunately not going to go anywhere because of the unlimited amounts of money that's keeping it alive, that's keeping it afloat. Yeah, it's barely above water, but it's still above water. You know what I mean? Like it's not fully like underwater. Like Tencent is basically grabbing a fishing pole, fishing the ship up, and basically making the ship barely above water, just so they can have a message to be spread.
I mean, I just don't see how that's going to happen. And of course, they have that big deal with Tencent now for Vantage Studios, the creative house, and maybe all of those new leads will be able to fix the problems that this...
It's not going to fix the problem. It's just going to make them like barely stay above water, but it's going to still basically make Ubisoft not go under. That's basically that's the same thing what KingsIsle did with Wizard 101. KingsIsle had this random company buy them out because that company has a limited amount of money, and KingsIsle was literally right about to go under and shut down, but then that company came and bought them out and kept them afloat. That's why, like with KingsIsle, like some of the same retarded employees that make KingsIsle go under are still there, because they basically the main people running the show want to keep their jobs. So they're like, hey, we need this person to help us or we're going under.
Company is facing. Maybe they'll be able to revive and rejuvenate all of these series and make nostalgic fans and also new fans happy at the same time, and they'll go back to making
Oh, they're not going to make new fans happy. They're just going to have these billionaire companies invest more and more money so they can keep spreading the shitty message. Ubisoft's not going to change, unfortunately, especially if what's Torrent's saying is true, that Tencent, like those people agree with that same message. Yeah, no, they're going to do the very best to use their unlimited money to keep the messaging going, to keep Ubisoft going. It's basically Tencent is there for Ubisoft to keep on doing what they're doing without going under. It's there to keep Ubisoft pissing off the consumers and not facing any consequences. Keep on like adding all this woke shit to the video games to basically keep going with it, so they don't have to suffer any consequences, so they don't have to care about the consumer, so they can keep the message going out there. You know what I mean? Because they think that it's going to convert people somehow if they're still around and they survive for some reason because they're stupid.
Tons of money, but it's very hard.
I'm not wearing a collar, bro. Oh, man, you just got roasted by... Man, Jim and Raven Goiper going at it, which I think that chat is old, but that's because I've been, reacting to this.
to see a path in which that would work, especially given their hatred for their customers. So I will be talking about Ubisoft more in the future. Of course, I've followed this company pretty closely and will continue to do so because they were once a behemoth in this industry, and now they are really, really pathetic looking. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below if you found this important and informative.
All right, so there's that. So before we get to we'll probably get to our last topic, or second last topic, because Jim sent me one more thing. Wait, Tori, did you? Oh yeah, you sent me 2 things too. You want me to? Did you? Oh, that's not just Jim.
I mean, I sent you the Anita Sarkeesian thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why don't we do that instead? Why don't we do that instead?
The Hero Hey video you sent me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Do his instead. The Anita.
I can do that, and then I could do the other one if y'all want.
Nah, we'll do Torrens. Save mine for another day.
We could save yours for tomorrow then.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so we'll do this then. Let's see, how long is it? 12 minutes? All right, yeah. We can do it because this basically can give us another. So yeah, let me pull this up. Terrible day for the most corrupted people in gaming. See, these people want to corrupt video games and spread woke agendas and all this shit into our video games, but then it's giving them hella backlash. I hear a little bit of background too.
Sorry, I'm eating.
Oh my. All right, but Devil's numbers 666 subscribers. That ain't good. Hero Hey, you're cursed. But yeah, let's continue.
There is always resistance.
So, Torn, do you want to give some context to the audience about what this is all about, what the rabbit hole we're getting into? Torn?
Sorry, I had myself muted because I was eating.
All right, so you want
to... But anyway, there's a video leaked recently on Twitter that Anita Sarkeesian sent to a game developer back in 2024 or so, where she was openly admitting to the fact she's just a fucking grifter and that she's doing this for the message. She doesn't care about video games at all.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the same thing with Ubisoft. They don't care about video games. They just want to care about the.
This woman is responsible for a lot of the shit that's wrong with the game industry.
Yeah,
she went to the UN about it too.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I know who this bitch is now. I remember when she went to the UN and crying about it. Basically,
yeah, she was part of the first gamer. She was one of the catalysts for the first Gamergate.
Yeah, now I know. Yeah, this bitch is fucking retarded.
To challenging the status quo. There's always resistance and backlash.
Yeah, basically, they're trying to turn video game into a political lecture instead of an actual video game that's for fun.
Yeah, basically they want to say, this is why your line of thinking is wrong and why you need to change your way of thinking to our way.
Instead of just having a fun video game.
Yeah. She even openly admits to not wanting to debate people because she knows she's going to lose.
So it's like, what's the point of even spreading this message if you know your message is wrong?
Because she's got other methods of making sure the message spreads, like feigning harassment from criticism.
Yeah, that's just stupid. See, that's what they all do. That they're like, oh,
they play victim so they can get away with shit.
Even a few people on the right, they do the same thing. Like, where if you just
I call those people fake right wingers.
Yeah, they're basically closeted leftists. That's what I call them. It's like anytime you criticize these people, don't matter if these people like her or the people pretending to be on our side and they're not. You say, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I like you still, but you're doing this wrong. They're like, oh, you are just hating me. You are harassing me. Get out of here. You're banned. You're blocked. I'm going to report your video. I'm going to do this and that. It's like these people just can't take criticism anymore. They just can't.
Is that when she is literally the status quo? Context is this account, Alex the Hat Man Baldwin, saying, what if I told you that I've seen one of Anita Sarkeesian's private lectures? that she gave to a game developer about 4 years ago. If you're not familiar with this person, first of all, that's a good thing. Unfortunately, now you will be, to an extent. I'm not going to explain too much. But Anita has history of being one of arguably the most corrupt people in the gaming industry, at the forefront of a lot of issues we now see prevalent in the AAA industry. But she was all the way back from like 2014 or so, a real old school person. I wasn't familiar with her up until more recently. But yeah, she has a history of like being a part of this group. I think she was the founder of Feminist Frequency, sort of group that interjects themselves in the gaming space, causes a lot of problems, and then tries to sell the solutions to said problems that they created. AKA, to use a word that these sort of people love to use, you know what's coming, a grifter. Complete and total grift. So back to this.
There is always resistance to challenging the status quo. There's always resistance and backlash. So I think that maybe I can illustrate this with an example. So I don't debate people. For years, these fucking assholes on the internet are like, debate me. Like, I'll pay you 10 grand if you debate me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, no.
By the way, is that even true? And if that's true, then those people are just as retarded. You're going to literally pay this bitch 10 grand just to debate her, just to win an argument? Like, that's kind of stupid if that is true. But yet again, she could just be lying. Like, bro, imagine asking someone like her who's wrong on everything and everyone knows she's wrong, hey, I will pay you 10 grand just so I can tell you how wrong you are. It's like, you're kind of a bitch doing that. You're going to spend $10,000 of your own money when everyone else is struggling just to benefit this person like this? Really?
This woman hates men so much that, and like the last year for her 40th birthday, or last couple of years, I don't know how long ago it was, for her 40th birthday, she literally had a wedding for herself.
She don't just
a narcissist she is.
I bet you she probably still treats them like shit too, but she probably likes the men that wear dog collars better than actual men that actually
I think she just hates men in general. I don't even know of any guy that would want to get with that vile creature.
I mean, they probably won't want to get with her because a lot of these doggy collar people actually swing the other way. But they probably
got like that because she got she basically got
oh, go ahead.
You know how it is with these women, these types of women. Their relationship is destroyed by them repeatedly, and they think the men are the problem.
Yeah,
but they don't want to admit that they're the problem.
And not only that too, but I bet you if a guy with a collar came up to her and say, "Hey, can you whip me?" She'd probably whip the fuck out of him.
Yeah, probably.
She would like that too, like stupid boy, stupid man. Ha ha ha. Whip, wash, 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 wash.
Jim, I mean, try.
And the reason I
focus.
No, I'm focusing. Like, we got all the time in the world. Come on.
I don't.
It's called making jokes and focusing at the same time. Like, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Is because it is a lot harder.
Like, see, this is also an entertainment show too. So I'm going to do little bits because we got to be entertaining at the same time.
When you're perpetuating the status quo, you can
oh my gosh
use 2-3 words to get your point across. When you're challenging the status quo, you have to unpack the status quo.
Dude, her opinions have been supported for years by big government and massive
big government, big billionaires, big leftist billionaires. Like, she's basically just that's why she turned down the 10. That's why I say the people that are trying to offer her 10K are stupid, because she ain't gonna budge, right? Because she gets funded by all these different kinds of billionaires for her message, right? And when you are funded by all these people, millions and millions of dollars, 10 grand is nothing to you. 10 grand is nothing to you when you're getting millions and millions of dollars to go and ruin video games, to go and spread these horrible messaging across all these video game companies and forcing these video game companies to spread all these left-wing messaging and bringing it into video games. She's getting paid millions and millions of dollars to do it. So she's not going to accept a $10,000 offer just to debate some loser online.
Yep. What we found with all the research that people have been doing, mostly Master of TDS on YouTube here, shout out to them. What they've been finding is a lot of these left-wing people that are like pushing this shit in the industry are all connected to each other in some way.
Oh yes, they are. They are connected to each other, and it's the same. It's the same. Like that's just how politics works.
Here
Like,
actually has connections to Sweet Baby Inc. I am almost sure of it.
That's the thing. I'm just going to say this: all these establishment politicians, establishment influencers, establishment anything, all these people are connected. Right, left, centrist, any person that's just involved with the billionaire class, they're all connected to each other. All the billionaires are connected to all these different video game companies because they want division. They don't want people having fun and getting along with each other. They want people to pick right, left. And that's why I say it's not a right versus left issue. It's a patriot versus opposition issue because the opposition, the establishment, the government, the people like in the CIA, the billionaire establishment, the people that are rich, all these people want the low-class people like us to fight and hate each other over these stupid messaging. And that's why they're paying these people from both sides to spread all these radical messaging so they can radicalize us to all fight against each other.
Corporations.
And I bet you too, this bitch probably has some connection to Palantir and Peter Thiel as well, even though Peter Thiel is right-wing. Because guess what? They all work with each other. They all are basically having a bigger agenda, and their agenda is to get everyone in the lower class fighting with each other. Everyone divided. That's why they're using video games. They're using video games to divide everybody.
But okay, yeah, tell us how you're against the status quo. What she refers to as the status quo, by the way, is, hey, gamers have enjoyed the gaming space being a certain way. Now we're trying to invade it and, again, grift off it, and they don't like it. And so she talks about the people that are actually against this corporate corruption as being the status quo. And again, in fact, she is the status quo.
You're literally the status quo because you're the one working with the establishment. You're the one working with billionaires. Do you think someone like me, Torn, Jim, and people in this panel, you think we're working with billionaires to call you out? No, we're doing this on our own volition because you're ruining our video games. That's why we're doing it. We're not working for no status quo. We're not working for some billionaire or some establishment person. We're not getting paid millions and millions of dollars to basically go in and infiltrate the video game industry. That is you. You're the one that's funded. You're the one that's paid off. You're the one that works for the status quo, not us.
And we are the ones going up against corporate corruption.
And then provide a vision for the future and the alternative vision, right? So you are immediately in a losing position, right? Like you can't win that. There's no way. And so
that sounds like a lot of cope.
She just openly admitted to not doing debates.
Yeah.
She knows she'll lose.
Yeah, because she knows she'll fucking lose.
The way.
I think for me,
this sounds like a lot of cope for why she won't debate people is what I mean.
Yeah, it is a cope of why she won't debate people because she knows she will lose. So she has to cope and pretend it's some kind of way, but in reality, it's because she knows she's wrong. But that's the thing. She knows she's wrong, but she's never going to concede because of all the millions of dollars she's getting. She enjoys that so much. She enjoys the division. She enjoys the chaos she's causing. That's why she's doing it. That's why she's accepting the money because she thinks
people like her are the real evil in this world.
They are, and
they are the ones causing all the problems in this world.
I want to push back a little bit and go further. You want to know who's the true evil? The true evil is the people paying her. The billionaires and the establishment, the people that we don't see above the cameras, the people that refuse to show their face, the people that have lots of money but refuse to walk outside or show their faces because they want all the chaos to go, and the people that are truly pulling the strings and telling her to do this and telling these puppets to do this. Because that's the thing. You got to understand, she's just a puppet. That's why she won't debate anybody, because she's just a puppet. She's just an establishment puppet to go and do the work for these people, for these shadowy forces that won't show themselves because they don't want to get flack. They don't want people hating them. Instead, they're just going to send her to do it because she likes the chaos. She likes getting hated, and she wants to get paid by being hated. And that's why they're giving her millions and millions of dollars, because she's willing to be the puppet. She's willing to take the sacrifice and take all the punches and everyone hating her for these establishment puppets to spread the stupid messages. And not only that, but they're using her to go infiltrate the video game space and create all this chaos. They are the real evil because they're the ones giving the orders. She's just following the orders. That's the thing. She's evil for following the orders. She's evil for being vile and being disgusting, but she's just a puppet. The real evil is the billionaires that are funding her. That's the real evil. The establishment that's funding her, the billionaires, the people in Hollywood, the people that are funding her and tell her, hey, you have to say this and that, and here's $1 million to say it.
But I mean, I never expected her to debate anyone. She's not a debater.
She's not a debater. She's a puppet. She's a mouthpiece. That's all she is. She's a mouthpiece for some jackass billionaire.
Big lips, of course she's a mouthpiece.
Yeah, exactly. She's a mouthpiece for some stickhead billionaire that is so scared to give out his old messaging. So he, she, it, they, whatever they call themselves.
Oh, Ragnar's right.
Hold on, I'm not reading chat. Let me look. She's the scapegoat onto which we're supposed to project our hatred and disgust. Exactly. Because the people that are paying her to say all this, they don't want to get hated. They don't want people to go after them. In fact, they know if they were the ones being the mouthpiece that they wouldn't get away with shit. The reason why they're paying her, because using her, they're getting away with all the slimy shit because we don't know who these people are. We don't know who's funding her. We just know she's being funded by some left-wing establishment entity that's paying all these people to say all this messaging. And that's why she's never going to go away, because she's already getting funding. Look at her. She definitely has a lot of money from these people. These people.
I have a feeling the people that are funding her are affiliated with the Obama administration in some way.
That could be. In fact, those same people probably do fund Obama. They fund Joe Biden.
Yeah, I know Obama funded a freaking university I heard about recently that was pushing woke agendas and shit.
And that's the thing. Some of those people that are funding all these different people even funded Epstein. In fact, that's the thing. Yes, Epstein was evil for all the crimes he did, but the true evil is the person the secret people that were funding Epstein, because Epstein admitted in so many different emails that he's getting paid to do a lot of this. He's getting paid to blackmail all these people by all these shadowy forces from the Israeli government, our government, like basically secret people that are pulling the strings and don't want the flack because they want to keep getting away with it. And and that's the thing, people want to know, hey, how do we defeat the establishment? By finding out who the person pulling the strings is. Because until
the first stop for that would be the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, but until we take out the person that's pulling the strings and all these problems, we will never truly win because the person is unknown. And until we know who's the one causing all the chaos, well, it's never going to get better. The video game industry is never going to get better because if we take down puppets like her, right, another one just going to be made within like 24 hours. It's basically like a Hydra. Like it's literally another one will just appear. It's like a clone machine. You take out her, they'll install another one and another one and another one. And that's why you gotta. That's why
one head and then two more take its place.
Yeah, it's like a Hydra. You chop off one head, two more takes its place. That's why you have to go after the Hydra creator, the one that's giving the Hydra the magic to regenerate.
You have to go for the heart.
You have to go for the hearts. Yeah, and the heart of these people is the billionaires. That's why I say criticize people like Peter Thiel, because Peter Thiel is one of these people that fund these people behind the scenes and have these secret contracts, secret NDAs. Because she's under an NDA. That's why she's never, even if she like gets taken out, she will never ever reveal who's funding her, because she's under a strict NDA. All of them are. In fact, Thomas Massey talks about it in the Tucker Carlson interview, where politicians, influencers, and stuff literally are under NDAs. And if you say who's funding you to say all this ridiculous bullcrap, they will literally fuck you up. Some of these NDAs will literally have you killed if you break them, literally.
She's not even
Wish
a
I had that
speaker.
kind of
She
power.
tries to be a speaker, but I don't want to keep saying grifter. It's getting repetitive, but this is what these people are.
She's just see.
Yes,
what you
we complain about YouTubers being fucking grifters. This is what a real grifter is.
In fact, I would go as far as say it's not even just grifting. It's worse than grifting. She's just a straight-on puppet. She's not even a grifter. She's a puppet because
she's not a puppet, but she's also doing it for her own benefit too.
Yeah, but she's not grifting off the audience. She's grifting off the shadowy masters that are basically paying her. You can say
she makes deals with companies all the time to get money from them.
Yeah, but you want to know? Yeah, but that's the thing. Who's telling these companies to hit her up? Oh, wait, the billionaires that have contacts with those companies as well, because that's the thing.
From what I understand, she emails them a lot too.
Yeah, but she emails them. But that's the thing. If they don't respond to their emails, she does have her boss. In fact, I bet you she probably has to ask these people funding her, hey, can I work with this company? Can I work with that company? Can I work with that company? It's still control.
What's even funnier about this video coming out is it was recently revealed that she was a consultant on the game Slay the Spire 2, which caused it to get massively review bombed even more than it already was being by the Chinese. So people joined in on the review bombing along with the Chinese.
See, and that's the thing too. And they're just trying to get people to just be divided on each other, and that's why they're sending it to all these. I bet you the people funding her probably sent her to that video game and just said, hey, can you just make it worse by just being there? We'll give you all these millions of dollars to just spread this message over there and get these people to fight each other and just get these people to just hate video games, because that's what they want. They want people to hate video games, and they want to eliminate all video games and just have basically political lectures and disguise them as video games. If these people succeed, and because this is the goal, right? Their goal is in 20 years, video games changes from having fun to being political lectures.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to do.
I think Mixtape was, while it has no actual politics in it, I think it was the framework for what they want to do with video games.
Yeah,
because it's literally just an interactive movie, and it's not even that interactive.
Which I don't know much about Mixtape, so I can't really comment. Without all the bribe money from the rich folks, Antifa would be
Anita would be a total nobody.
Yeah, Antia would be a total. Oh yeah, Antia the person. Yeah, Antia would be a total nobody. People just ask Atina who, nobody would even know her. Exactly. That's the same with all these people from right, left, center, all these establishment plants. All these people would never be known. No one would even know who this person was if it wasn't for the billionaires funding them. If it wasn't for the billionaires funding them and paying these video game companies to let her just take over and let her run everything. And that's the thing. And that's why it's definitely controlled opposition, because she just came out of nowhere in Gamergate and just started randomly just pushing all this left agenda, all this woke political lectures, bullcrap, DEI shit into all the games. And she randomly just started getting influence out of nowhere. It's when these people randomly just come on, start causing chaos, and they're getting media news coverage, all the mainstream media is covering it and all that. It's because she's being funded. If the mainstream media covers it and they cover something like this, Yeah, it's because the billionaires are funding it, because the billionaires also have control over the mainstream media as well, over the game. They even have control over over a lot of gaming journalists. That's why a lot of people don't like gaming journalists, because gaming journalists are not reporting on actual facts about the video games. They're reporting on whatever the billionaires tell them to. And that's why a lot of gaming journalists are losing a lot of credibility, because they're just spreading whatever political propaganda that they're being told to spread. That's all it is.
All of the work
that. Let me tell you something too. A lot of these people don't even really care about politics or the message they're saying truthfully in their hearts. They're just saying it because, oh my God, I'm causing chaos, and oh my God, I'm getting so many millions of dollars. I don't give a fuck. In fact, a lot of these people believe in the message mainly because, oh, this message benefits me because I'm getting so much funded. It's not about true heart. Oh, this is what I think truly. I'm thinking this way because I'm getting so much money, so I'm going to think this way because I'm getting so much money for it and it's benefiting my life. That's how you know it's not genuine, because if there's a benefit to have a thought, then that's not a genuine thought.
Anybody does.
Because in order for a thought to be a real thought, you think because that's what you believe in, not because you're benefiting from it. That's not genuine.
That's challenging the status quo to build more progress.
Just look back at Veilguard, that lecture about misgendering at ETC was was one of the worst piles of shit I've ever seen in gaming. Yeah, I remember that. And I did not like that. It's like, for one, why are we caring about misgendering shit in video games to begin with? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, come on. Not only that, but like, you don't need to bring that stupid shit into video games, point blank period. No one cares about all these different genders. No one cares about 54 genders, bullshit. No one cares about, oh, I'm changing. In fact, I'm going to go nuclear here. Video games should not have transgender shit in it to begin with. It shouldn't have storylines of people cutting off their dicks or changing the pussy or changing this, changing that in the section. We don't play video games for that. We don't. Torin, do you play video games for that?
No, I play video games to escape that shit.
Jim, do you play video games for that?
I hate narcissists.
If Jim's still here.
I literally play video games to escape reality.
Jim sounds like he's falling asleep.
No, I'm not falling asleep.
Your voice just sounds like it then.
But that's the thing. We play these games, and you're all good, but we play these games because we want to. That's why I play video games, to escape reality, escape politics, escape all that. Because that's the thing. Like, let's think. Like, if I want to give my political opinion, I have X. I have all these sites. I don't need this to be in fucking video games as well. It's like we don't need it everywhere. Yeah, I'm interested in politics somewhat because I feel like, you know, we do need to do a change and shit. But however, it doesn't need to be in video games. And that's why I've been covering this to begin with, because it's like, this shit doesn't need to be in video games. It doesn't. Video games and politics should be separated. Point blank period. It shouldn't intertwine. It only intertwines because these billionaires want to basically turn video games and completely destroy video games from it being an entertainment way of just getting away and escaping reality to, oh, it's just another reaction and reality's hitting you even harder. And it's like, nah, like we need something to like escape reality a little bit. Obviously, it's like, yeah,
we bring this up to woke tards, they'll say, oh, but video games have politics in them too. Yeah.
Fake politics.
Generally, yeah. They're usually politics centered around the game world.
Like, like this thing with Star Wars, right? Non-political people like Star Wars as politics, because that shit's not real. Like space politics is, as far as I know, I mean, it could be real in real life, but we've never seen it before.
There's always some retard that'll try to compare it to real life politics, trust me.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not, because this is all outer space shit. This is all laser shit. This is all dealing with different planets, and that's the thing.
I know the creators Star Trek, they really love pushing the idea of communism. They said it on their Twitter several times that, oh, I was inspired by communism for XYZ, and also I support communism, blah, blah, blah.
You want to know what's crazy about that, Torin? a lot of these communist countries would literally kill a lot of these woke tards for just being
yeah,
gay.
they would.
Being gay, having different color hair. Like a lot of these people say, oh, we like China. China hates gay people. Russia, in fact, jails them. In fact, like a lot of these woke tards that like to say they support Satan and hate Christ and all that, but say they like Russia. Russia, it's a felony and you can go to jail for just supporting Satan or supporting woke tard values and hating Christianity and hating that. Like they literally, like even the people that they're supporting hate their agendas. That's how you know their agendas are wrong. That's how you know the transgender shit's wrong, because guess what? All the communistic countries, the biggest communist countries like China, Russia, North Korea, they all don't support that shit. They all have extreme punishments. In fact, America actually allows it. Yeah, they say, oh, America's more transphobic than North Korea. It's like, okay, do you not know what North Korea does to someone that says that they're a tranny? Oh, wait, they don't even exist anymore, which I can't say because we're on YouTube. But let's just say if someone in North Korea says that they have like multiple pronouns and all this stuff y'all like to say and push into video games. In fact, if you tried to push that into North Korean video games, gone, bye, gone, head cut off, electric chair, gone. That's just the fact.
Progressive, a more progressive, more social justice world.
Oh my gosh, imagine unironically saying that.
The fact that most of us rather install and play older games before the woke era. Oh, hold on. Sorry, fucking stupid Discord notification. The fact that most of us rather install. Oh my god, hold on. I'm turning my shit red. Fuck y'all stupid people and all these fucking random servers I'm in. I don't even talk. All right, there we go. All right, the fact that most of us rather install and play older games before the woke era already was right out there. Exactly. Because that's the thing. I'd rather just fucking play. That's the thing. I'd rather play video games that I wasn't even born for. I wasn't even alive when a lot of these video games came up. I'd rather play those kind of video games that are like 90s in the 90s before the whole woke era than video games in my generation, because a lot of these video games are just woke and destroyed. These video games are not even video games. They are political lectures. And it's like, if I want a political lecture, I might as well just watch the political channels I watch. I don't need a whole new political lecture in video games. I already watched Nick Fuentes and Myron Gaines for my political lectures. Why do I need to go on some video game and get a political lecture?
Is immediately.
And in fact, it's like Star Wars don't even fucking include real world stuff. Like that's the thing, the Star Wars video games, the Star Wars movies and stuff, they don't even include like transgenderism or Jewish identity or any of the real world shit. And that's why people like fake politics, because the politics is just something we've never seen before. We've never seen people rule multiple planets before. We've never seen that. In fact, that's why a lot of people like Dragon Ball Z with the Frieza thing, right? Because we've never seen a space real estate empire basically rule all planets and have all these different species go and take land from other people. We've never seen that in real life before. That's why we like it, because it's realistic. It escapes from reality. You guys are trying to push reality into something that we want to escape from reality. That's why, like, when people want to compare Star Wars and use Star Wars as an argument, like, oh, there's politics in Star Wars, there's politics in this and that. It's like, yeah, but people like those things because it's not realistic. It's stuff we've never seen before. And it's like, oh, cool, wow, that's something we've seen. That's why we like it, because it's not realistic yet. I'm sure it's probably realistic out of space, like 2 trillion years, like light years away, but it's not realistic to our eyes. We've never seen it before. That's why it's interesting. That's why it appeals. That's why it sells. You gotta sell something. You can't just sell some fucking bullshit, some fucking real life success thing. Video games are made to escape away from reality a lot of times.
confronted at every turn constantly with that type of resistance. It's a lot of like, how do you phrase things in a way that is accessible to the largest audience possible while retaining the core of what you're trying to say without dumbing down what you're trying to say, right? I loved what Bell Hooks was such a huge inspiration to me when I started, who talked about how she used pop.
I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't know if I'm prepared for an almost 5-minute long clip of Anita Sarkeesian. I can already feel myself.
Is Bell Hooks the person that funds you? Is that why you like her? Or is that just some other person that your master's fund? That's why you're sucking her off. Either way, it's like all these people are in bed with each other. They all defend each other. They all push each other's talking points because they're all connected. They're all connected under the same entity that's fucking up the world and dividing up the world between left versus right instead of the actual fight, which is patriot versus opposition.
I took Tylenol before watching this.
Culture in her classroom as a way to engage with students.
Woke towards would go straight to the gulag for life in North Korea, and they were forced to break rocks until they just kneel over. Either that, a lot of them just get electrocuted because I'm pretty sure if you're like if you're being like gay and stuff over that, I'm pretty sure they actually electrocute you. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they don't even fuck around with all that feminist shit. They just say, hey, get on that chair. By the way, we don't support violence, so yeah, there we go.
Students on
gotta be a little careful when I give these funny analogies because because YouTube. I mean, I think we can get away a little bit because I'm not outright, going nuclear and crazy. I'm just giving actual real life analogies because that's stuff that's actually is true.
Issues of difference and transformative justice and
Yo, what's up, Ellenwood Studios TV? Salute to the chat and panel. Appreciate it. Also, I saw that you subscribed to me the other day, and I checked out some of your panel, and I actually do like a lot of the political stuff y'all do, and honestly, like a lot of the debate stuff seems like you guys are a free speech people, and if y'all ever want to do a collab one of these days, then we can, because we debate all kinds of stuff. But I appreciate y'all enjoying the content. Let's get back to it.
And that she used accessible language, but she didn't ever reduce the she didn't ever
she doesn't even know what to say because she believes in nothing. She's like, she didn't know it's like, bro, can you make your point? Like, that's the thing, you're not even autistic and you're worse than me. It's like, yeah, I do that sometimes, but it's like, I'm a fucking retard. I'm a diagnosed retard, and I can speak better than you, and I can make my point clearer than you.
Simplify what she was saying, right? It's not like
there we go. See, your non-autistic ass is actually finally speaking English for once. Good job.
She had to make her concepts and her theories less intellectual. She just figured out a new way to say it, and I think for me.
We're not lagging, by the way. The clip is laggy.
Okay, thank you.
For a second there, I thought it was you.
I thought it was me too. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I thought that was me. See, chat. I don't want y'all saying, "Oh, no, it's her lagging." It's not me. I thought it was me.
The connection's acting up again. Izzy says that.
Well, I had to take a hit for that one. Holy.
The bulk of
Hey, it's not tech issues this time. Hey, it's not me this time. Finally.
Work in the past has been a lot of how do I phrase things in a way that I can get the most people to understand or to hear me or to get on board, right?
You know what she's really saying? How do I manipulate people into trusting me? How do I convince people to follow what my masters behind the scenes want me to do? How do I convince people to follow my logic? How do I convince people to follow my way of thinking? Because if you actually wanted to put out a truthful message and spread the truth, you're willing to be debating people. You were willing to hear the other side out. And that's why I like to hear the other side out sometimes. That's why I had a little debate with Marte and Mo Rebuttal the other day. That's why I'm willing to talk to them, whenever I disagree. Because you have to have these conversations, and you can't always be an echo chamber. You can't always have the same opinion. And that's why I like Toyd and Jim, because sometimes we disagree on certain things. Like me and Jim kind of disagreed on the Thomas Massey thing a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, that's good because that's the thing. I'm passionate about a lot of this stuff because I know I'm right. And that's the thing. Even if you're passionate, you don't see the same things. Like I'm willing to hear you out because at the end of the day, that's how you spread a message. That's how you get more people to convert to your side, is actually hearing them out, understanding them, and treating them like an actual human being instead of just saying, oh, you don't agree with me. You're a bigot. You're this and that. You hate everybody. It's like, yeah, no, sorry. This is why no one's following your message, because you guys are just shoving it down your throat instead of giving leeway and actually letting the person speak the mic. So that's the thing. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of times where I think, sometimes people say something stupid, but I have to hear it because at the end of the day, it's like, in order for you to end stupidity, you have to combat the stupidity. You have to confront the stupidity. You can't just let the stupidity you can't just ignore the stupidity sometimes, because when you ignore the stupidity, the person becomes stupider and stupider and stupider and stupider and stupider. That's why, unless the person cannot be saved, they're just going to be stupid no matter what, like this bitch over here. That's why it's important for you to educate, because that's the thing. Not everyone's going to want to be stupid. Not everyone's just going to be stupid like that. Like, you can wake a lot of people up if you actually challenge people, because that's the thing. Even like Marte says, right? Even if you're not waking up the person you're debating, whoever's watching the podcast or hearing your argument, you're probably waking up a third party. You're probably waking up someone watching the stream. You're probably waking up someone from their audience or their side. Like, you're waking up somebody. By debating and combating and having an open discussion where everyone can hear your discussion, your perspective, and their perspective, if you are right and a lot of people see that you're right, you're waking up a lot of people, even if you're not waking up the person you're debating with or you're hearing out. You may be waking up other people. Like, that's why it's good to actually have open discussions. So you never know who you're waking up. You never know who's going to actually listen to your podcast, listen to your show and say, you know what, I actually agree with you. That's why you need to make sure, like, if you're online, on Twitter, on YouTube, on whatever, you need to be open, especially if you're infiltrating the video game industry and you believe your message is right. You need to debate. Like, that's the thing. If you're truly not getting funded, which you are bought out. If you truly are just spreading a message, just to spread a message, you would hear someone like us. In fact, wouldn't you want the gaming community unified if you meant well? That's why people like this Antia bitch don't mean well, because she wants division. She wants people to hate her. She wants people to think that she's a scumbag because she's a plant to come in, create division, blue pill a few retards and join her to create division between blue, red, and all this bullshit.
Spend a lot of time thinking about, there's this concept called the spectrum of allies. It's
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Spectrum of allies. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's kind of like a half circle. And over here you have your closest, most ardent allies that will always be on board. And over here you have the people that want you to die and hate you and think you're the worst ever. And in the middle you have the people on the fence. And I spent most of my career talking
Don't you exist just to hate people? You say, oh, you just have people that just hate you and die no matter what. Don't you literally come in video games and hate certain people and certain games and change certain things just to spread hate and negativity? Like, this is the problem I have. A lot of these people that come in and try to push in political lectures into video games and say, oh, it's for positive reasons. It's for to expel negativity. It's like, if it really was, you wouldn't be coming in and basically just telling people to go fuck themselves and cry you a river. You wouldn't be doing that.
That word again, negativity. The left loves that word.
They love that word. You know why they love that word? Because they love negativity. They love it themselves. They want to say we're the negative ones, but they use that word the most. Yep. And you know why
they use it? Trauma dump. That's why.
They're walking trauma dump and they're walking negativity. They are a walking L of negativity. That's what they are, a walking L of negativity.
These people.
Yeah, right. Bro. You
try, and you even speak better than Anelia Bekwa former German foreign minister. In fact, she's the dumbest foreign minister in the history of politics. She can't even speak correct German.
Sounds like a plant to me.
Yep, definitely. They have a lot of in fact, the new German minister is trying to build up the military and try to basically spread all that woke shit across Europe and even into Russia. She's all about feminist agenda, etc. And that retard is one of the leaders in the UN embassy. Yeah, actually, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, Anna Maria Brock. Yeah, she's the one that's spreading all this woke agenda across the UN. In fact, I'm pretty sure she also is one of the people advocating for all this mass immigration going on in all those countries, too. She's one of the problems.
You spent your career talking to people a part of the hive mind. Is she seriously like, oh, I was talking to the people in the center?
No, you're literally talking to the people that are creating hate. They want to say, oh.
The only people in the center were your fucking Simpson, Anita.
Literally. Like, you're not, like, literally, you literally say, oh, I talk to good people. I talk to the good one. No, you're talking to the most evilest motherfuckers. That's why they're funding you. Because they want you to spread their evil agenda. They want you to spread all this fucking negative shit. They want you to divide people. They want you to spread hate. They want you to do all this.
Oh, no. Who's going to listen to a place called Feminist Frequency where it's a lot of slop, mainstream corporate approved, government approved talking points? It's not the people in the center. It's people who have the same hive mind that she's a part of.
Right, because they're...
Exactly. And those same people that are in the same hive mind are probably getting paid like her as well. Because they're all in it together.
My gosh, what a crazy thing for her to say right there.
They're the people who could go one way or another, and that can create a larger sort of cultural shift, right? As we're talking about building a critical mass. And for them, there's a specific kind of language I would use to talk to them versus talking to people that are already on board, and I can use all the internal lingo and all the academic speak and all that kind of stuff, right? It's the preaching to the choir model. So
academic speak, AKA buzzwords we created. And if you don't know what they are, we're going to say that you don't have media literacy. And it's like, no, this is specific activist terminology.
Yeah, exactly. It's just activist terminology that's being spread by these fucking random billionaires that are trying to influence politics. They're trying to basically gain power and control the people. You want to know why they want to spread communism? It's not because they actually support communism and other. It's because they want themselves to be the leaders. They want themselves to control everything, and that's why they basically are creating their own version of communism and basically, control everything. What I say goes, and if you don't like it, too bad, bitch. That's basically what they're saying.
A framework that,
and that's why a lot of them are quote unquote trying to spread communism propaganda. It's because they want it to be their way. They don't want nobody to be against them. They want their agendas and their agendas only. They basically want the government to elect the leader and the leader just do whatever they want and whatever agenda. And they basically want the leader to only pander to one specific group that controls them. That's it. And that's the establishment for you folks.
Made intentionally to be manipulative with their rhetoric. And yeah, of course, no one intrinsically knows what these buzzwords are. They create them and then they define them. And then when people understand what they mean and they start criticizing them, then these people suddenly redefine them and they shift the goalposts. This happens over and over and over again. And it's something I've talked about in much more detail in prior videos. I don't want to go down that whole, not really rabbit hole, but I don't want to go down that entire discussion right now.
I don't know. That might have been a tangent, but I think about that a lot in terms of what are the challenges, like, and even in your workplace, right? You think about like if you're trying to make change or like ERGs are trying to do stuff, like you have to think about how you present your message and how you talk about stuff. And you also have to understand that people are going to find you when they're ready. So you're planting seeds, right? Like you're just
look how she's admitting that she's planting seeds on purpose.
Planting seeds of doubt and despair. Why does this sound like Junko Enoshima?
Exactly, that's what it is. It's because she's being funded. See, she's just a mouthpiece, but they basically are the shadowy force, the person that's telling her to plant the seeds are saying, hey, go talk tough, go act like you're the mastermind. But it's like, you're not the one planting, you're the one planting the seeds, but you're planting it for someone else. You're planting it for all the billionaires that fund you. You're not planting the seed because you actually care, or it's not. Because that's the thing. Sometimes seeds could be good. Like you're just planting manipulative seeds. You're planting seeds that are just making people just fight each other. You're making people hate video games. You're planting seeds of hate. See, that's another thing. These people like to talk about negativity, but you motherfuckers plant the most negative seeds possible.
Like, you know, if you share a little snippet here and there and somebody argues with you and whatever, and they come back 2 years later and they're like, oh, fuck, I know what you were talking about now. This happens to me all the time. I get so many messages from people who are like, well, I was a shitty Gamergator and I'm sorry.
You know why? It's because you're basically corrupting their minds with all this slop and they're stupid. You're basically manipulating people, and you're admitting to manipulating people for being their class. See, it's not a conspiracy anymore, right, guys? When I say that all these politicians and all these influencers and all these journalists and all these people are funded by the same people, this is not even a conspiracy. They see when I say, hey, these people are funded to spread to plant seeds to cause division. I'm not wrong because she's literally admitting it. She's literally admitting to manipulating people and causing chaos for an agenda. For an agenda that's not even real.
Found Rich, one of the videos I saw that he did was talking about her in a negative light.
And now
now he would defend her.
See, this is weak. See, that's how you know it's like they're manipulating these people. They're manipulating these people, and see, look at her grin. Look at her smile. She's like, ha 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 ha. I'm manipulating these people. Smile of manipulation. That's look right here.
I don't know how true it is, but I hear there's actually more videos of her like this hidden somewhere.
Fake.
Oh yeah, and I bet you she had to take those down because.
Oh no, she didn't take them down. She sent these privately to like game developers and shit. Which means
it's basically like a private video message of, hey, this is what I really am.
Yeah, apparently this is one of her quote unquote lectures that she did for game developers.
Oh.
Which means that a game developer got a hold of this and leaked it.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You said this wasn't even. See, even game developers are being tired of this. See, even some game developers are tired of these billionaires fucking funding people like this, and that's why they leaked it. But that's the thing. I bet you the game developers still in hidden because they're not afraid of her. They're afraid of her bosses. They're afraid of. See, if the billionaires
a lot of these game developers are actually right-leaning or center-left or center-right, but they don't want to admit it because they know they'll lose their job and be blacklisted from the industry if they do. They're all scared.
Some of these game developers that work with her and work with these people actually know who the shadow mastermind is because these people pull strings on the game developers and fund the game developers too. But that's the thing. If the game developers came out against the person that's funding her, they lose their funding too. And that's why the game developer leaked it in secret and won't reveal himself because that person's probably being funded by the same person that's funding her. And if they piss off that person, all the money's gone, their job is gone, they lose sponsorships, they lose deals with video game companies. They don't get to have a career anymore. They basically just have to work as like an independent and develop for random people. They can't develop for companies anymore because the billionaires will fund these companies and say, hey, you can't have this game developer on your team anymore or we will come after you. That's why the game developer leaked this in secret and won't basically say who they are because
my guess is I'm not sure, but that Twitter account may have been a person the developer sent it to. Either that or it's an alt for one of the developers. I don't know much about the Twitter account itself.
Her grin is almost as wide as Pennywise is evil. I know, right? That's why that's how you know this person's a demon and she's fucking here to spread negativity. See, they like to use that word a lot, but it's like they do it the most. She's literally here to spread hate. She's literally here to ruin the video game industry because the billionaires want to turn it to political lectures because they want to basically control the whole population. And that's the thing. Video games are popular. Social media is popular. Online in general is popular.
Media is popular.
Media is popular. Tech is popular. All these things are popular. and they're using all of it to control people, and that's what they're doing, and that's why people like her exist, because they're using people like her to basically just control the whole thing. And if there's an opposition, they use her to basically be the mouthpiece and attack the opposition that is against the billionaires and shit.
Yeah.
Take literal ops, literally your side LARPing as if they are on the other side, and then saying like, "Oh, you changed my mind. Seriously, I was on the other side." Never the case.
I know better now, and I think some of it is age. Like, not that Gamergate was only kids, but it's age, and it's also what we're talking about is this systemic shift that has happened.
No, it's because a lot of them don't want to get harassed, or a lot of them just are upset with the other side, so they're just coming to your side. But that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand both sides.
Speaking of age, how many eggs you got left? Huh, Anita? Huh?
Probably
I'm going to guess not many.
That's the thing. Does she even have kids?
No. She's a single woman. Remember when I told you about that cringe wedding she did for her birthday where she literally married herself?
I bet, that's the thing. I bet you there's probably she probably gets railed by like all these fucking weirdos. So, see, the establishment goes so deep where there's so much dark shit. There's a lot of shit that we don't even believe.
Look at her complain about women, yet she's wearing a revealing tank top like that.
Exactly.
She's complaining about women being sexualized in games, but she's wearing a revealing tank top.
She's literally
I hate this hypocrisy with feminists like this. It's so fucking stupid and fake.
Feminists want to say, "Oh, don't sexualize me," but then literally wear skimpy skirts that literally like metaphorically say, "Sexualize me. Look at my boobs," but don't talk about it. It's just so fucking hypocritical, literally.
Over the last decade, that like while we've had extremely regressive politics, and an extreme backlash to the progress, we have seen
the progress. By the way, the progress, quote unquote progress that she's referring to is actually very archaic schools of.
No. You see this guy kind of has it a little bit wrong.
You didn't even finish it. Let him finish the sentence.
Thought.
Yeah, but does he talk about like the actual goal?
The progress
they try and now like recycle, and they say that's progressive, and it's like, dude, this whole entire
he's not understanding the big picture. That's
I know he's talking about progressiveness though, which is also another element of it.
I know, but here's what they mean by progress, right? And this is why I wanted to cut in, because I know he's not going to bring it up because I know what it's leading to. Which I was saying, I'm sure his point is like right and all that, but it's just a lot of people don't understand the bigger picture of this, right? The progress they mean, when she talks about progress, the progress is destroying the video game industry and basically making everyone hate each other and creating stuff like Ubisoft, Sweet Baby, and all these fucking political lecture video game companies that basically are doing what they want. That's what she means by progress. She's basically, her masters are winning, and that's progress to her because she gets more money for her masters winning. When her masters wins, she gets rewarded. She gets rewarded with more millions of dollars, more luxuries, and more all this. She basically gets everything she wants from her masters because she's giving her masters what they want. They basically have an exchange where she gives them what they want, they give her what she wants. And that's how they control her, because she's dumb and stupid, so they know they can control her like a puppet. And that's why they have that exchange deal, because they know she ain't going to ask for any favors that are just out of their way or out of their agenda. That's why they fucking give her what she wants. When she asks, "Hey, can I have $2-3 million to say this?" Here you go. Here's all this, because they have unlimited money.
Oh yeah.
And they can, like, when you have unlimited resources, you basically get to manipulate people like her. See, people don't understand. Our tax dollars are being used by these billionaires to fund people like her.
Yep.
Of thought is archaic and outdated, but they want to shovel this onto people and act like it's new and revolutionary when it isn't.
People like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and even the secret billionaires that have all this money that won't reveal themselves, they have more money than our own government. That's how you know they're in control, because they have more money and more resources than our own government. And that's the thing. Our government's the biggest superpower in the world. these billionaires have more money than the biggest superpowers in the world, and you want to know why? It's because they run everything. They're the ones running everything.
We got World Economic Forum as well, which is just a group of globalist fucking rich people making decisions around the world. Oh, I'm going to screw over the world like this.
Yep, it's the global, like Alex Jones says. This thing, a lot of people want to say Alex Jones is wrong about this, but no, the globalists are the ones in control right now. The globalists and also the Zionist Jews and all these other people, they're all working together. Zionist Jews are in on this, the world jewelry's in on this, and the globalists are in on it. They're all working together because they're all benefiting each other.
A progressive shift. Like, let me tell you, in the middle of 2020, when like the big Black Lives Matter protests were erupting, hearing mainstream people say the word white supremacy was a fucking shock. Because
oh, get the fuck out of here. Y'all have been saying this for get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God, outrage. I'm so outraged.
Get out of here. In fact, that's the thing. Every single, in fact, you know what's crazy? And literally illegal immigrants from third world countries get treated more than us. So shut the fuck about the whole white supremacy bullshit. Like, just shut up.
As like activists, we were using the word all the time, but we would not use it in.
That's the thing. Well, this thing, white supremacy.
And it's not a word; it's two words.
Criticizing white supremacy was only censored in like the 1800s, 1950s, 1960s. But then when Martin Luther King Jr. had his whole revolution, everything changed, and now everyone has the same rights. So shut the fuck up.
But leftists will argue, but they don't have enough rights. They don't have the same rights as the white people, blah, 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 blah. If you ask me, right now, they have more rights than white people because they're getting treated genuinely better. Meanwhile, white people are getting called terrible things on social media. And these people are openly hating them, and they're saying you can't be racist to white people. Okay, if that's true, then what are we? Are we not human now? Is that where we're going with this?
And in fact, the only white people that are doing well is people like her. People like her just bend the knee to the establishment, bend the knee to the division, because that's the thing. Because let's be real, I'm going to get a little conspiratorial, but I don't care because it's just the truth. The people that are the true evil, the true mastermind that's running all this and running all these narratives and running all this evil shit in the world is not even human. That's why they are spreading this fucking color shit, separating everyone because they're not even human and they want all the humans to be divided.
Yep. These people, all they see is the skin color. They don't even see the person.
Exactly. And you want to know why? You want to know why the true mastermind, for all these puppets, the true mastermind that doesn't want to show itself. You want to know why they see it that way? It's because they're not even human themselves.
Probably not.
Nope. They're either the devil, some type of demon. There's some type of supernatural force. And if they wasn't, then they wouldn't have all this power. They wouldn't be controlling people the way they do. That's why I say it's a supernatural force, because this is just like no real person would have this. No real human has this.
I actually agree with you. Thing is, there's going to be some people that say you're crazy.
They could say I'm crazy, but guess what?
Yep.
One of these days, like it could be 1,000. It could be today. It could be tomorrow. It could be 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now. It doesn't matter when. One of these days, this beast, this person, the shadowy figure, is going to show itself, and we'll see, hey, that's not a human. That is some supernatural form that doesn't even belong here, and it doesn't even belong on this earth. And I will be right, and I will be vindicated. So just wait. Just wait. Yep. All the normies that think I'm crazy, all the normies that think, oh, you're stupid, it's just conspiracy theory, it's just brainwash. Just wait and see. Wait and see one day when you see on national TV, when you see this person show himself, and you realize it's not AI, and you realize it's actual real life. Then you'll believe me. Then I'll be vindicated. People like me, Alex Jones, and all these people that have been saying this shit for years will be vindicated. We will be fully vindicated. You guys will rewatch the VODs, we watch the clips and all this and that, and y'all will think we're vindicated. That's why it's like, at the end of the day, I know I'll be vindicated. One of these days, people will realize somewhere. Even if let's say I die right now, right? I just have a heart attack or something happens to me where I just pass away, right? My talking points will still be vindicated because that's the thing. This person's going to show itself eventually. This entity, this person that's pulling all the strings that isn't human, that doesn't belong here, is going to show itself eventually. I personally think it's the devil, but who knows? It could be the devil. It could be the demon that works for the devil. It's definitely some actual evil entity that doesn't belong here. And is not for Christ at all.
Mixed company, because people didn't understand that white supremacy wasn't just like Nazis, right? And the fact that is now mainstream.
And that's the thing, I'm gonna go even further. This shadowy figure, the shadowy forces showed themselves back in the 1800s. In fact, you remember when like those shadowy it's actually was confirmed in documents that big, huge creatures were coming in, having sex with humans and doing all this shit. I think one or a few of them survived, and that's.
I'm gonna quote another thing that I said yesterday. Hearken to our darkling wing beats as we make our nests in the shadows. The royals march unchanging and eternal, even as they are loathed. And suddenly, one day, we shall appear from the comfort of your beds while you slumber in the warmth. And the collective clamor for life shall commence, screaming, thrashing until all becomes void, devoured, lashed pierce by our mandibles.
And I would agree, because that's what's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to see one of these days we'll just be sleeping in our bed, not even thinking about this. And then one of these days, they'll just show up and say, hey, I'm here. I've been the one pulling your strings all the time. I'm the reason why humanity's
Actually, I think it's the
all
opposite.
these years.
It's going to be people rising up against them, basically.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Because the royals march unchanging and eternal, even as they are loathed.
But that's the thing. Here's why I kind of disagree with that a little bit, because once you're controlled, let's say, yes, it's true, you can be uncontrolled, you can have forgiveness, but human, we can't really defeat the beast, because that's the thing. Once you're in, it's so hard to get out, because once you get out, they'll literally eliminate you. Like, let's say this bitch right here, they
can't eliminate people that act as a collective, and one day we're going to act as a collective and destroy them. That's the day they lose.
Yeah, but they're going to try. Yeah, that's.
They're going to try their damnedest to stop it. But it's going to happen regardless.
That's what they're doing. Is they're trying to stop. They're trying to stop it, and that's why we all just need to rise up. Because that's the thing. A lot of these governments are all controlled by the same shadowy force, and we need to rise up and actually get the government to say, "Hey, who's the one giving you all these orders to have all these divisions? Who's the one pulling the strings?" And once we find that person, we could all rise up and we could all go at that person. And once we destroy the evil, we'll find the good. And that's the thing. I believe once we find out who this evil is, once the evil shows himself, I believe it's the Antichrist. Once it shows himself, Jesus will come back and show us the good. That's the thing. I know not everyone's religious, but that's the thing. That's just what I believe, because guess what? Even if you're not religious, we all know this for a fact, right? Even if you're not religious, there is an evil entity pulling the strings, and it's been around since the beginning of time, because they've been pulling the strings since the beginning. In fact, they were showing themselves. What do you think all the gods were? What do you think all these gods and all this were? They were the evil entities pulling the strings. It's just a lot of them got wiped out, but some of the evil entities that were
more to it than that. They were originally like angels that God gave dominion over.
They were.
Yeah, and they basically betrayed God by trying to establish themselves as the one true God. Originally, I think the idea was for them to be more like the Hindu gods. You know how the Hindu gods are all representations of the main god? I think that was the idea God had for them, but they decided to betray him and try to establish themselves as actual gods.
And that's why, and that's the thing.
That's why they were thrown into to the pits of hell as demons.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. Even though God got a lot of them, some of them never even got thrown into the pit.
Oh yeah,
because a lot of them just ended up hiding, right? A lot of them just ended up hiding, or the ones that got thrown into the pit, they had sex with the humans and basically left
created
the seed.
Nephilims. Yes.
Yeah, left the seed of the Nephilim, and I feel like it's the Nephilim running everything.
Well,
like,
here's the funny thing.
You want to know why why the government is releasing videos of like gray aliens? Because that's what the Nephilim is. It's the gray. It's the gray.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that? You saying that? God created his own Nephilim to combat them. It's called Jesus.
Yep. And that's the thing. Jesus is going to come back. He's going to come back, and that mountain's going to slit in half. And that's why a lot of people, there are so many people that I've talked to that would never, in fact, you wasn't really like into like Christianity, but it seems like you are understanding.
I'm into the literature and lore of it, kind of, but it's more than just that. It's a wide spectrum of different religions.
And I don't even mean to like put a religious lecture on everyone. It's part of it because this is part of what's going on because it's an evil entity that's just not good. That doesn't belong on this earth, whether if you believe in religion or not. The fact is, there's an evil entity that doesn't belong here and is opposing the good of the universe. And I believe the good of the universe is God and Jesus Christ. But there's definitely a good force that is opposing. And that's why everyone's fighting each other because that person that's pulling the strings knows that it's upsetting God by doing that. It knows it's upsetting God and upsetting the good force that created us. And that's why they're having everyone fight, because it knows it's upsetting them and it knows it helps them establish them easy when it has all of God's loyal soldiers fight. That's why I'm calling for unity. That's why I call unity all the time. Like, we may not agree on everything, but we as humans do need to unify. And if we just keep fighting over stupid shit over and over again, then we'll never be unified. We'll never fully be unified if we keep on playing into this division that these people, that's why these people keep on just funding this money because they want to keep the division going.
We're saying that word and we're talking about capitalism?
And in fact, I'm going to go even further. Like, the reason why I kind of was getting a religious lecture a little bit, because why do you think a lot of these people that get funded by these billionaires do rituals to demons? In fact, why do you think, look at the Epstein files, right? Epstein files, documented files that were released, which a lot of it was redacted, but even then, the stuff that was unredacted was literally all of them doing rituals. All of them saying they were speaking to people. Apparently, Jeffrey Epstein, a few people were turning into reptiles and shit. And it's like, that is supernatural shit. And I know people want to call me crazy, but that's literally in documented files. That's literally in documented government realistic files. People turning into reptiles, people eating babies, people doing all this fucked up things. That's why I said there is someone pulling the strings, making all this happen. And you know what's crazy too? You know all the eating baby shit and all the reptile shit? You know that was open? You know that was all open in the older times before the flood? All that was literally okay to do in the old world before God flooded the world. That's why I truly believe in Christianity, because it all makes sense. Because a lot of the stuff that these billionaires are doing behind the scenes are stuff that was done in the old world and old times. And then now we actually have a time of people being civilized and stuff, and all of a sudden these same old values we outcasted are being brought back. But it's not just that. These old values, these old demonic values are being brought back, and new demonic values are being brought back as well on top of it.
Like I said in the very beginning, it's hilarious that she's LARPing as if she's against the status quo. Now she's basically reinforcing the fact that
she's not against the status quo. She's against people like us. She's against the patriots. She's basically against good. She's against the good status quo. Like, if it's any status quo she's against the good status quo. She's against people that just want to enjoy their lives. She's against people that have good in their heart, because she's motivated by evil and negativity, because that's what's in her heart, because that's what she's funded to do. That's what she's created to do. That's why she has a relevancy to begin with. That's why she's even around. That's why she has connections to game developers, because these billionaires gave her those connections. Say, hey, go talk to these people. Go blackmail these people. Go blackmail these people. Go lecture these people. Go lecture these people. Go lecture these people. Go lecture these people. She's literally ordered to do all this.
She isn't.
Like, it's not.
I like how she didn't realize that, by the way. It's pretty funny.
Just the air we breathe. It is a system that could change potentially. Like, this shift is happening, right? And so remember,
it's not a shift. This is not no patriotic movement. It's you saying, we're winning. The establishment's winning. We're making everyone turn evil. We're making everyone fight each other. We're making everyone basically not practice human values. We're basically making men weak, women
Another
more
reason
dominant.
for this division is because the different groups profit off the war by selling their weapons to the warring countries.
Mm-hmm. That too. But it's not just even that. Like, yeah, that's a benefit. But you know who's truly benefiting? The true evil that wants all of us to hate each other. Yeah. That's who's truly benefiting. Like, truthfully. And that's why it's literally the true evil, the person that's like pulling the strings and getting all this chaos going on. That's who's benefiting the most. And that's the thing. And here's what's going to happen, right? Because I believe, like, in this, like I say, I'm a Christian. Here's what's going to happen, right? This person's going to reveal themselves, but they're not going to reveal themselves in the way you think, right? They're going to come out and say, hey, guys, I'm the peacemaker. Let's everyone stop fighting. Let's unify the whole world. And then everyone gets controlled by that person. And then the first few years, the person seems nice and everyone's loyal to that person. And then once that person gets the power and secure, you know what they will do? They will like, listen, if you oppose me, you die. And then all of a sudden, they're going to eliminate all the people that oppose them, and they're going to try to take the world from God. And that's what I believe in. And that's not even what I believe in. I'm just going to say it. Fuck it. I don't care if y'all don't believe in religion or not, because this is just the fucking truth, and I'm not going to fucking censor myself for people that don't believe in it. If you don't believe in it, let's agree to disagree, because I'm not going to censor myself. It's going to be the fucking Antichrist that comes in and tries to unify everybody and then try to take the world from God. That's literally who it is. Literally. That's who's been pulling the fucking strings for all these years. That's the one doing all this. And he's going to come out and reveal himself in some human form, pretending he's some peacemaker, when in reality, he's been the one that's been, it doesn't matter. It's been the one that's been creating the chaos the entire time. That's why we shouldn't fall for this shit. That's why we need to expel people like this fucking puppet out. And we need to rise up against people. We need to actually make change and make positive change and actually tell the devil, tell the Antichrist, no, you're not going to trick us. We don't want to go with you. We don't want to go with your world. We want the world to stay with Christ. Because that's the thing. Christ is just fair because we're still standing. They can literally just eliminate us right now. And I don't mean to make it into religion, but it's just the fucking truth. And I'm tired of fucking just censoring myself. I really am.
Planting seeds,
because
right?
Stuff like, and this is why I cover stuff like this, because it's involved in the bigger picture of what's really going on. All these issues, small, big, all these issues we cover, even the funny stuff. All this gets to the bigger picture. That is an evil force in the world, creating division and getting everyone to fight so they can come out and declare unified peace. So they can control us and fucking just take over us and basically spread as much evil as they can so they can take over the world and benefit themselves and themselves only.
And even if you get frustrated, and even if you're like, oh, why don't you, like, whatever, there is an opportunity for them over time.
Because as soon as the billionaires and the people that fund this bitch get mad at her, she's done. She's just going to disappear. No one's going to even know where she went, because that's what they do. You remember like all these random puppets from the old gamer game? They don't even speak anymore. You don't even see them. It's just been replaced by new puppets. You know why? Because they wasn't effective, so they got rid of them. Well, they may be still alive, but they were told to stand down, and they brought in new puppets.
Anita Sarkeesian is a leftover from that time, and she's still trying to grift.
Well, they haven't fully got rid of her yet. That's why she's still around, because they haven't gotten rid of her. If she pisses the billionaires off, they'll just tell her, okay, stop, go, get the fuck out, stay out of this. Or they'll just end up like just making her like disappear, never like be in the scene again, and then bring someone else to the scene. they saw all that to see. You want to know why they also don't fully just kill these people that they get rid of? Because some of those old people that disappeared, they may come back. Because you see sometimes these people like to disappear, come back. Ethan Klein's one of them. Like a lot of these people just disappear and come back all the fucking time. She may disappear. See, a lot of the people that she used to run with that disappeared and lay low, they may come back whenever the billionaires need them again.
To come around and to see, and be exposed to different ideas.
Again, credit to Alex the Hat Man Baldwin for posting that clip. Let's take a look really quick at some of the public reception to this in the direct quotes right here. We got Squiggles.
I don't care. I mean,
perhaps one of my most right-wing opinions is that Gamergate chuds were actually. You just think how like the games infect us all to feel bad for them. Now.
Okay, I think we can give our final perspective.
Oh, the quote there. I'm not a fan of video games. I had to learn a lot about them. I would love to play video games, but I don't want to go around shooting people and ripping off their heads. It's just gross. You can tell she's a fake gamer just by that quote.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? People like her say that about video games, but then when Charlie Kirk gets assassinated publicly, they celebrate that shit.
I'll give her credit for this. She kept quiet during that.
Oh, well, then, yeah, maybe she's not as bad. But other people around her haven't. Like, people that have, said that kind of shit, they've went, 180 and showed the true colors.
Said something about it behind closed doors.
Oh, yeah, she definitely did for sure said something behind it. That's why I brought it up, because I know she probably said something behind a closed door. She was probably just ordered to keep quiet because they don't want, they send certain puppets to do that and certain puppets to just shut up. You know what I mean? They literally tell them, hey, shut up.
People that are puppets without realizing it on social media.
Yep,
those are the assholes that got fired and lost their jobs.
But see, she knows she's a puppet. That's why she's smiling. That's why she has the evil grace. Because someone came to her and said, hey, you want to be a puppet? And she's like, yay, I get to make so much money. I get to benefit you. Yay. Oh my gosh. I am protected. I have unlimited resources now. Thank you. Just wow. But yeah, which I'm skipping all this because I don't care about other people. I mean, that's the thing. Obviously, it's I care about perspectives. It's I don't care about just reading tweets. I'm not Bulblax. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I care about other people's perspectives, but I'm just not Bulblax. I just don't read tweets all day. That's just not what I am. But want to give our final perspectives on this, and I think we may wrap up the show because we've been live almost 4 hours, which is good because I'm doing longer shows because I will be taking a whole week off. After Monday, after the show with Digny, I'll be taking basically 5-6 days off from doing content. Dan will be taking over until I'm back on Sunday with Digny once again. So, but yeah, before we go ahead, let me get final perspectives. I'm going to start with Jim. Are you awake?
Excuse me.
He's not awake. Torin, what's your final perspective on the ending?
Oh,
why do you take so long, bro? Wait, what do you say? You're taking a shit?
No, he said, "Oh shit."
Did you just wake up?
No, I just got back in the room.
All right, give your final perspective then. Were you paying attention?
I was out of the room for a minute. Okay. Anyways, my final perspective is this. Anita Sarkeesian is what is wrong with the whole entire landscape of the gaming industry. She needs to be escorted out. Then they need to take all the people that worked with her, had any inclination with her, any kind of shit with her. They need to gut the industry and get them all out. But the problem is you got a shitload of devs that play hand in hand to this, and you got a lot of investors too. So how are you supposed to gut something, get rid of the disgustingment of the industry when most of the industry is this? You can't.
Exactly, you can't. All right, I guess that's Jim's. What about you, Torin? What's your final perspective on this bitch and everything we've talked about?
I hate her.
Is that it?
Yes, I hate her.
Me
It's
too.
literally Anakin Skywalker meme. I hate you!
So my final perspective
You were
is...
supposed to be the chosen one.
Nah. All right. Anyways, but that's the thing. Actually, that's actually good because that's the thing. This gives to my perspective. She is the chosen one, but for the wrong people. She's the chosen one for the billionaires and the evil powers that are basically pulling the strings behind the scenes, getting everyone to fight, hate each other, and they're using video games and entertainment as a way to get everyone divided, to get everyone to hate each other, to get everyone to basically, be divided so that they can come in. Like, once everyone's divided, once it gets so bad, they can come in, unify everybody, and basically, let's say she's just a puppet. She's just a puppet to come into the video game industry and basically ruin the video game. Hold on, I'm giving my final. Wait, what's up?
I said, even though she's a puppet, she genuinely believes in what she's doing. That's the scary part.
Well, you know why she believes in it? It's not because that's what her true heart desires. She only desires it because she gets money from it and she's getting funded and she likes it. That's why she likes it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, no, she likes it and agrees with it, but she only agrees with it because she's getting benefit out of it. And that's the point of my take is she's benefiting from doing all this chaos. She's benefiting by ruining the positivity of video games and basically trying to get video games into a lecture. Her purpose is to be there to pressure game developers to turn video games into a political lecture instead of what video games were actually made to be, which is to entertainment, to escape reality, and to actually, be a fun way to, escape reality. Instead, she's there and under the orders of the billionaire class and the globalists. She's there to basically ruin that for everybody, her and all these other people. And that's why she's there. She likes doing it because she gets awarded. She loves the rewards. She loves the benefit. She loves that she's rich. She's so happy that she's rich. That's why she has the evil smile, because she likes doing those actions because those actions benefit her. That's why she's an evil fucking person, because she's willing to do evil for benefit. She's like, I'm so evil. I'm getting all this benefit. That's why a lot of people turn evil, because the devil and the demon, they use benefit as the way, and that's what she's doing. That's why she's ruining all these video games. It's not about, she don't care about transgender issues. She don't care about all this. She don't even care about the feminism, because that's the thing. Like back in the fucking 80s, 90s, where was she? Oh, wait, she didn't even, when pre-woke era, nobody was saying this because nobody actually gave a fucking thought this way. These people only think that way because they benefit to think that way. That is the only reason these people think this way. That's the only reason wokeism is getting so bad, where everyone's turning woke and shit. It's because they benefit when you do. When you do these things, you benefit from it, and that's just my final perspective. Now, if there's not anything else, we can go to future plans. Future plans for myself is birthday stream Sunday. Hold on. Stream tomorrow, probably start the same time, 5 p.m. EST. Stream tomorrow. Weekend, I'm take off for my birthday. In fact, I may or may not do a birthday stream like a middle night Saturday, but I'm going to be probably taking off for my birthday. So tomorrow I'll be streaming. Monday, I'll be back with doing the show with Digny. Then after Monday, I'll be taking off from the podcast for the whole week. Dan will be here. I'll still be promoting it whenever he goes live and stuff like that. But other than that, I'll be basically focusing on other things and just, having like just a little like 5-6 day like breather. And then Dan will like make sure the content's still keeping up like at least 2 or 3 times. That way, content's just not dead. And then Sunday with the show with Digny, I will be back on the channel, and we will be, continuing this whole summer. We're just making content. Now, Torin, Jim, is there any future plans y'all want to share before we end this program today?
I'm gonna go play Doom: The Dark Ages and then have fun with Torin and VC.
Yep, and I'm probably gonna join y'all in the VC. Probably, join y'all tonight, because that's the thing. Just chill, have VC. But other than that, that's probably what y'all are doing. Right? Just gonna be in VC tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the outro song. But I guess that's it, everyone. Thank y'all for tuning into the show. It's been a really great in-depth show for sure. I told y'all this is going to be great, and appreciate y'all for coming in. Like I said before we leave, happy birthday to Dan240.
Yeah, Dan.
Wish
Happy birthday, Dan.
Happy
Go get
birthday.
drunk. Oh wait, is he old enough to drink?
Yeah, he's 21 now.
Oh yeah, go get drunk.
Go get drunk. Go get stuck up. Go get stuck. That's what I'm doing. In fact, I think that's what he's doing. That's probably why he's not even here right now. But happy birthday to you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. And yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. It's been me, your boy Triton, and we are signing out. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hold on, let me pull this up.